Ducks. So let's meet tonight in blue. Calling balls and strikes at home plate, it's Chase Edmondson. Covering first base, Matt Hensel. At second base, Matt Beaver. Over there in the hot corner, otherwise known as third base. Here at Bethpage Ballpark is Marty Bauer. The men in blue, the umpires for tonight's game. Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series between the Somerset Patriots and your Lugano Ducks. Lineup cards are now being exchanged to home plate with Somerset Patriots manager Brett Chody and the manager of your Long Island Ducks and the defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks, Kevin Baez. And now, baseball fans, it's time to get out your Long Island Ducks scorecard.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Swung on and ripped down the right field line. This one is deep. It is gone from CI to see you later.
2-0 here is well hit to right field. Drew Macias going back. Forget it, it's gone! A grand slam home run for Brian Nelson.
Justin Davies at the plate. The winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on. Bouncing ball left side. Off the mitt. Up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch. And the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Swing and miss for strike three. This ball game is over. The Long Island Ducks win it 5-4, and they are the champions of the Liberty Division. Lions punt up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. And there is a mob scene of Long Island Ducks in right center field. They are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show.
Live from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, it's time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight it's Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series between the Freedom Division champion Somerset Patriots and the Liberty Division champion and defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks. Well, hello again, everyone. It's Chris King along with Michael Pollack, and thanks so much for tuning in to Ducks Baseball around the world tonight at liducks.com and at youtube.com/ducksbaseball and making us a part of your Thursday evening. Michael, a wild come-from-behind victory by the Ducks last night, 4-3 to take Game 1 of the series against the Somerset Patriots, and a chance with a victory tonight to go up 2-0 before they head to New Jersey for what could be the next 1, 2, or 3 games in this championship series.
Well, in the playoffs, every game is big, but specifically in the championship series, every game is big, and last night, Game 1 was one of those where both teams wanted to get the early edge. The Patriots, of course, wanted to take one on the road. The Ducks wanting to get Game 1 here at home. And it featured everything. Great pitching matchup. John Brownell for the Ducks, Josh Lowy for the Patriots, and both starters were fantastic. Lowy taking a no-hitter into the 7th inning. Brownell 8 innings of 2-run ball, but the Ducks stayed the course. They found a way to get their first hit of the game on a Bill Hall solo homer in the 7th, and then Josh Barfield coming up with the big hit, the 3-run home run down the left field line in the 8th inning. Leo Rosales came on, had a little bit of trouble in the 9th, but he got the job done. Now the Ducks found a way to win the game.
So again, the Ducks with a 1-0 lead in the series tonight. Game 2, and righty Sean Garceau goes for Long Island against lefty Roy Merritt for the Pats. Well, it'll be an emotional night for Ray Navarrete, his final home game after 8 years in the orange and green, and we'll hear from Ray when we come back to Central Islip.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com. Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Chris King and Michael Pollock back at Bethpage Ballpark before tonight's Game 2 of the 2013 Atlantic League Championship Series between the Long Island Ducks and the Somerset Patriots, and it is the final home game of the season for the Long Island Ducks. As we look out on the field, Ray Navarrete, as he does every home game, playing catch with a youngster. One of the many traditions he began 8 years ago. He finishes with over 1,000 hits in the Atlantic League, more than 900 of them with the Ducks, and over 900 games in the league, over 800 of them with Long Island. He owns basically every franchise record in Ducks history, and it's a bittersweet moment for Ray these days, though, because he has not been in the regular lineup in the playoffs thus far. In fact, has played just one of the 4 games, and that was the Game 3 clincher in Southern Maryland over the Blue Crabs on Friday night. So it was an emotional Ray Navarrete that I caught up with before tonight's game and got his thoughts on his last game ever here tonight at Bethpage Ballpark. Here's Navarrete.
I'll be rooting for my teammates to play well and hopefully give us a chance to win this game. It would be great for the Ducks to be able to get on the bus tonight and be up 2-0 going against a great team in Somerset. It's the last time I'm going to walk down that tunnel, and it is what it is, unfortunately. But hopefully, the guys play well and we win, and this ends well for this team and for KB and for the Ducks. It would be great for us to win back-to-back championships, and my dad always told me there's a beginning, a middle, and an end to everything, and for me this is the end, and unfortunately it didn't end. It didn't end exactly how I thought it would. So it is what it is. What are you gonna do? I mean, it's my last day here. I guess I'll just look back at these 8 years and remember the good times, and it's bittersweet.
Tell me about those good times, Ray. Let's talk about the incredible games you've had in this park. What comes back to you immediately if I say Duck Pond memories?
Oh, wow. There's been a lot of really cool days out there. Of course, just looking back on my career now, I just remember when I first showed up here in July of 2006. I remember, my first game here. I remember, my first year hitting all those doubles, my first year kind of making a name for myself. And in 2008, on that really awesome Sunday afternoon, I hit 3 home runs. And, then of course in 2009, playing for Gary Carter and being very, very humbled and lucky enough to win the MVP award. And, 2011, unfortunately, we didn't win the championship, but without question, that was the greatest Long Island Duck team ever assembled player-wise. And then 2012, finally winning the championship, and and this year being my last year. So there's been a lot of great moments. I was very lucky to play here for 8 years, and part of me wishes the way things have ended here and how I feel inside, it's not a good feeling. So part of me wishes I never mentioned that I was going to retire, because I still feel like if I really worked hard at it, I could maybe have a couple of cool more days on a baseball field. But, it is what it is. And, I thought my last day in this uniform and in this stadium would be a much better feeling. And it really is unfortunate, how I feel right now. But at the same time, it's the postseason, and it is about the team, and it is about the logo, and it is about winning a championship. And all I can do right now is be a really good teammate and do what I did last night, which is the second best thing to playing, which is being, the biggest fan with the best seat in the house. It was really cool to watch what happened last night, and hopefully the guys can do some awesome stuff again. And I hold out hope, that maybe my name will be called and I get to step on the field one more time. But I've been holding out hope for a little while now, and it hasn't happened. So, we'll see. It'll be great. I mean, this has been the series I've always dreamed of, the Ducks versus the Patriots, and two great organizations. And, if we win tonight, I really like our chances. So, we'll see how it goes.
I want to ask you about something that I'm going to miss a lot that happens here every night, and I've never asked you about this before. How did the tradition begin where you pick a youngster out and play catch and warm up with him in front of the Ducks dugout? How did it start? Why did it start? And why did it become a permanent part of your game day routine?
It was kind of by accident, when I got here, I really didn't have a name for myself other than, I played in the minor leagues for a few years, and I definitely didn't have a home anywhere. And when I first got here in 06, I remember being like the new guy, and I got on the line, and I didn't really know who I should ask to play catch with me or whatever. And I saw some kid, the dream team was out there, and I grabbed the kid who I thought was the oldest, and he had a glove. We played catch, and of course, me, I'm superstitious, and I got a hit. So the next night, there's another dream team, and I grab another kid, and before you know it, I enjoyed it because I knew the kid that I picked every night thought it was really cool. And then I also noticed that I was playing well. And I said, well, it's a win-win for everybody. The kid loves it. The parents love it. And I sure don't mind warming up with the kid. And these kids were giving me hits. So it turned out after 8 years, some of these parents are writing emails or phone calls like, can I, come to the game? Can I play catch with number 16? And, some kids would come, and I knew they were coming. Other kids I would still pull out of the stands. And, that's something I'm going to miss a lot. And, even though I'm not playing tonight, I think maybe just for good old sake, I'll go out there and play catch one more time.
All right. Thanks so much for the time, and thanks for so many great memories, 8 years in this ballpark.
Oh, anytime. It's been awesome.
That is Ray Navarrete of the Long Island Ducks. And, Michael, it's funny, as that wraps up, we see Ray wrapping up that final catch session with a youngster in front of the Long Island dugout.
It is something that has just become so commonplace to see here at Bethpage Ballpark. One of the coolest things you see. And the biggest thing in minor league baseball, of course, is the relationship between the players and the fans and the accessibility that fans have to talk with the players, see them get autographs, unlike you would see normally at a major league game. But Ray takes it to a whole new level here with the dream team out on the field and having a catch. And I know I've spoken with some of the kids who have said it's a dream come true for them to be on the field and have a catch with a professional baseball player. So it's definitely going to be a sight that is going to be weird to see when Ray is no longer having that catch out on the field.
Well, we'll take a break. When we come back, a closer look at the pitching matchup for tonight's Game 2 of this Atlantic League Championship Series. Righty Sean Garceau going for Long Island against Southport Roy Merritt for the Patriots.
Hi, this is Steve Foucault, pitching coach for the Ducks. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Amy Cornella, age 17.
Last year, 49 people a day died from a totally preventable national public health problem. 49 people a day were killed at the hands of drunk drivers. So the next time you're drinking and you're thinking about driving, ask yourself, do you really want to add to this list?
Elijah Anthony Michael Burrow Sealy, age 2 months.
Stay alive. Don't drink and drive. A message from Suffolk County Stop DWI.
Another beautiful night for baseball here on Long Island. Game 2 of the 2013 Atlantic League Championship Series. Ducks with a 1-0 lead following last night's come-from-behind 4-3 victory. And tonight, Michael, they will hand the ball to right-hander Sean Garceau, and the Pats will counter with their southpaw, Roy Merritt.
Well, it was a terrific pitching matchup last night with Josh Lowy and John Brownell, two very good right-handers this year. Both were in the top 10 in the league in ERA. And not a bad pitching matchup for the second night. You've got Sean Garceau, who pitched very well in his 3 starts during the regular season with the Ducks, including a complete game 2-hit shutout against these very same Somerset Patriots in New Jersey. Struggled a bit in his first playoff start, but kept the team in the game in Game 2 of the Division Championship Series, and ended up the Ducks that they were able to win that game in walk-off fashion in the 10th inning. On the other side for Roy Merritt, he's been a reliever, he's been a starter. He has 38 games on the season, 7 of them starts, but he pitched very well in his first playoff game, allowing just 1 earned run in 7 1/3 innings against the Skeeters in Game 3 to help Somerset to the 3-0 sweep of Sugarland. So it should be a good pitching matchup again on paper tonight, as the Ducks are going to see the left-hander for Somerset, while Long Island sends out another right-hander against the Patriots.
Again, Roy Merritt's ERA on the year, 1.95. And as Michael alluded to, Sean Garceau's best performance as a Duck came in Somerset, September the 14th. A complete game 2-hit shutout with just 1 walk and 8 strikeouts. And that victory, Michael, actually began what has now become a 6-game winning streak. That was the first of 2 wins in Bridgewater, New Jersey to end the season, and the Ducks have rattled off now 4 straight playoff wins. So you go back to that amazing performance by Sean Garceau after they had dropped Game 1 to the Patriots to begin that 3-game set.
Oh, it's 6 straight wins overall for the Ducks dating back to that. It's also 6 straight playoff wins for the Long Island Ducks dating back to Game 4 of last year's Atlantic League Championship Series. So the Ducks are on a roll right now, and again, we've talked about this so much. Obviously, the Ducks have struggled during the regular season this year, but it's all about getting hot at the right time. The Ducks got hot with those final 2 wins in Somerset at the end of the year. They've now won 4 straight playoff games. It's all about continuing that momentum here in the playoffs, getting everything together. The timely hits, the terrific pitching, and the strong defense. And so far, the Ducks have gotten it consistently here in the playoffs.
And we'll see if they can keep momentum on their side here tonight as they try to take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 series. Long Island has taken the field, and that means we'll take one more break. And when we come back, the starting lineups on the first pitch of tonight's ball game from Central Islip.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I can live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Well, that is Aubrey Alvino with our national anthem, and Michael Pollock. Always a tough act to follow with the starting lineups, but give it your best.
Oh, thank you very much, Chris King. Very nice job by Aubrey indeed. Patriots going with pretty much the same lineup tonight, just a couple little changes. Johnny Tucker is leading off in center field. Aaron Eggleston is the left fielder. He will bat second. Hitting third, the second baseman is Yuniesky Sanchez. Corey Aldridge in the cleanup spot again tonight, but he moves from DH to right field. Batting fifth, playing third base is the longtime Patriot Corey Smith. Jeff Baisley is at first base. He bats sixth. Eddie Martinez Esteve, he got the night off last night, but he is in the lineup tonight, batting seventh, playing designated hitter, as Jorge Cortez will get the night off for the Patriots. Angel Sanchez at shortstop, he bats eighth. And rounding out the order is the catcher, Adam Donaghy, and they will all face Ducks right-hander Sean Garceau. On the other side for Kevin Byers' Long Island Ducks, same exact lineup as their Game 1 win in last night's contest and the Game 1 and Game 2 victories in the first round of the playoffs. It's Lou Ford in center field. He leads off. Josh Barfield bats second and plays second base. And Brian Nelson hits third. He plays third base. The cleanup hitter is the DH, Bill Hall. Adam Bailey is in right field. He bats fifth. Ramon Castro doing the catching and hitting sixth. Ryan Strebe is at first base. He bats seventh. Hitting eighth in left field is Craig Binnick. And rounding out the order is the Ducks shortstop, Dan Lyons. They will all face Patriots left-hander Roy Merritt.
And on the hill for Long Island right now, completing his warm-ups, the 26-year-old righty from West Palm Beach, Florida. He stands 6'1", 215-pound Sean Garceau, making his second appearance of the postseason. Again, he pitched Game 2 here against Southern Maryland back on September 19th, a week ago tonight. And in a 6-5 win, took a no decision, tossed 6 2/3, did allow 10 hits and 5 earned runs, had a walk and 5 strikeouts. But, Michael, we touched on it. His best game as a Duck, a complete game shutout of these Patriots in New Jersey back on September 14th, allowing just 2 hits, no runs of any kind, a walk, and 8 Ks.
Yeah, I was there in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and it was an incredible start for Garceau. He was on from the time the game began. Ramon Castro called a great game that night, according to Garceau afterwards, and that was the biggest thing. But Garceau had a terrific fastball that was consistently in the lower 90s. A lot of bite on it, a lot of late movement, and he had a terrific curveball that got a lot of swings and misses from the Patriot hitters. 8 strikeouts in that game for Garceau.
So Sean is ready. Johnny Tucker in from the right side, the center fielder for the Pats. And Game 2 is underway here tonight in the Atlantic League Championship Series of 2013. A called strike gets it underway from Garceau to Tucker. Tucker batting 188 in the playoffs, has yet to homer or drive in a run. The 0-1 is downstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. And we'll get our temperature here.
Temperature of the game, 66 degrees.
It's a little chillier than last night, a couple of degrees down, 66. But, Michael, it feels like fall and it feels like postseason baseball. A 1-1 is a nice strike on the outer corner. A ball and 2 strikes now to Tucker.
A nice pitch there by Garceau on the outer edge. Tucker is a guy who's got a lot of speed. Infield's got to be ready to go, ready to throw that ball quickly over to first if Tucker hits one on the ground.
So Garceau in front, 1-2, and his pitch is popped up foul high in the air down the first base line, and the count holds on Johnny Tucker. Well, behind Sean Garceau tonight, Ryan Strebe is at first base, Josh Barfield at second, Dan Lyons the shortstop, and Bryant Nelson at third. Craig Binnick in left, Lou Ford in center, Adam Bailey in right, and Ramon Castro does the catching. The 1-2 grounded to Nelson on 2 hops at third. Bryant's strong throw across to Strebe, and Tucker retired 5-3 for the opening out here of tonight's ball game.
A good start for Garceau. Brownell got off to a good start in last night's game, retiring the side in order 1-2-3, and that was a big key for the Ducks last night. Brownell definitely looked a little bit shaky early in the game. He gave up the home run to Corey Smith, the 2-out RBI single to Jeff Baisley, but settled in nicely after that point, gave the Ducks 8 strong innings of 2-run baseball. Here's the thing for Brownell. He has now started 4 postseason games, and in each one he has given up just 2 runs.
Incredible. A clutch performer if there ever was one in the playoffs. John Brownell trying to win another championship with the Long Island Ducks this year. Here is Aaron Eggleston, and he takes a called strike. 0-1 on the left fielder, and 2-man from the left side, batting .286 in the postseason thus far. Has yet to homer and has driven in 1. Garceau's 0-1 is taken on 1 hop into the glove of Brian Nelson at third. What a stab! Spins, fires across, and he got him. Oh, Brian Nelson at the hot corner. First asterisk on your score sheet already, just 2 batters in.
Well, in the postseason, you need good defense, and the Ducks have been playing terrific defense so far here in the playoffs. They've committed just 1 error, and that was on a throw by the man on the mound tonight, Sean Garceau, in Game 2 of the first round. But Brian Nelson, who has been a very good third baseman, despite his 31 errors, he's had some trouble with some throws across the diamond, but overall makes some nice plays over there at third base, and another good one here in the first inning tonight.
I thought it was going to be a 2-bagger down the line. I really did. It was hit so sharply by Eggleston. So a pair of groundouts to Brian Nelson at third. Nobody aboard, and here's Yuniesky Sanchez Sanchez, the second baseman, from the right side, and he takes a breaking ball strike. Yuniesky hitting .353 in the playoffs. No homers, no runs batted in. No score here, top of the first. Sean Garceau trying to set him down in order. Garceau's 0-1. And that in the air and well hit to right center field. The right fielder, Adam Bailey, going over. He won't get there. It'll split the outfielders, go to the wall, and cruising into second with a 2-out stand-up double is Yuniesky Sanchez.
I'll tell you what, Chris, in the start in Bridgewater on September 14th in the final second to last game of the regular season, I don't think the Patriots hit any balls harder than those last two that were hit. The ground ball to third and now the double to right center. So a good sign for Somerset that they've been able to square up a couple balls early here against Garceau. But again, the big thing for Somerset is they need to get runs on the board, and Garceau with a big batter here in Corey Aldridge.
Well, the right fielder in cleanup, man, stands in from the left side, hitting .400 in the playoffs, including 3 home runs already and 7 runs batted in. Had a big homer to draw them within 1 last night in the 9th off closer Leo Rosales, but Somerset would get no closer. Garceau checks second, comes home, and then Aldridge sees strike 1. And Michael talked about that game that Garceau pitched in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Patriots only had 2 hits and no runs in 9 innings of Sean Garceau that night as he got the complete game shutout victory with a walk and 8 strikeouts. But they always say the second time through is a little different. That's the first time they saw Garceau this year. Here a big rip and a miss by Aldridge, and he's quickly down 2 strikes.
Prior to the game, Brett Jody was talking with Mike Ashmore of Patriots Pulse, and he said that it was to our advantage to see him. I remember him over in York and what he had. He threw a great ball game that last time out, but I expect him to come out with the same stuff, just hopefully not the same results.
Now the crowd behind him at 0-2, and up and in he misses as Aldridge wouldn't bite on the fastball. Ball 1 to Corey Aldridge.
Not a bad choice there for Garceau to try and get him to chase up high. He swung through a couple pitches in a similar spot in last night's game in a pair of strikeouts against Brownell. And when you're ahead 0-2, Garceau's consistently been getting ahead of hitters early on. That's what you like to see.
Well, the crowd is into it early here at Bethpage Ballpark. Again, they clap rhythmically at 1-2. A check of second, and then the pitch. And swing and a miss, he struck him out. Sean Garceau picks up his first strikeout of the evening, and that will retire the side. No runs to hit, a man left. Middle of the first inning tonight at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. In Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series, it's the Somerset Patriots 0, and the Long Island Ducks coming to bat.
Hi, this is Ray Navarrete, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. During the regular season, 381 walks, 10 more so far here in the playoffs.
Well, no scores. We head to the last of the first, and defensively tonight for the Patriots, they have Jeff Baisley at first, Yuniesky Sanchez at second, Angel Sanchez at short, and Corey Smith at third. Aaron Eggleston's in left, Johnny Tucker in center, Corey Aldridge in right, Adam Donahue doing the catching, and on the hill, the 28-year-old left-hander from Houston, Texas, 6 foot tall, 170-pound Roy Merritt, making his second appearance of the postseason. So Merritt to start with Lou Ford, the right-swinging center fielder for Long Island, batting .357 so far in the playoffs, has yet to homer or drive in a run. So the righty-swinging Ford against the lefty-throwing Merritt to get the home first underway, and Roy's first pitch is taken for a strike, says home plate umpire Chase Edmondson. He is joined tonight by Matt Hensel at first, Matt Beaver at second, and Marty Bauer, the man in black, at third base. The 0-1 coming to Lou, and that on the ground is short. 2 hops for Angel Sanchez, across to Jeff Baisley, and there's 1 away.
Ford last night was driving the ball fairly well to right field, but flied out his first 3 times at the plate last night to right. But he made up for it in the 8th inning with that big single through the left side. And that set the stage for the man coming to the plate right now, Josh Barfield, who of course gave the Ducks the lead with the 3-run home run.
In my mind, Michael, the biggest championship series home run in Ducks history. They're losing 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th. He hits a 3-run homer that essentially wins the game, and Josh with a nice hand as he comes to home plate here. The second baseman hitting from the right side, batting .214 in the playoffs, but homers now in back-to-back playoff games, and 5 runs batted in as he takes outside for ball 1. And Barfield had a home run as well in Game 3 of the clincher over Southern Maryland down in Waldorf, Maryland, and another big home run last night. You'll see a 1-0 here from Merritt. And that taken down the right field line. A long run for Corey Aldridge, moving over in fair territory to line it up and make the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, that home run last night for Barfield. Was ready to swing first pitch, was expecting a fastball. Jim Hoey's got a very good fastball, but he's also got a splitter. Hoey was trying to throw the splitter there, which he doesn't normally trust as much as his fastball, but wanted to throw a splitter in that situation. Did not sink down further enough in the zone to get Barfield to swing and miss, and Josh Barfield was ready for it and hit it right down the left field line.
Well, 2 up and 2 down for Long Island, and here's the 3-man and third baseman, switch hitting Bryant Nelson, batting right-handed here against the southpaw Roy Merritt. Nelly in the postseason at .313 with a home run and 2 knocked in. First pitch to him is taken way up and outside for a ball, and the count 1-0. Merritt did give up a bunch of home runs when facing the Ducks last season. In fact, one of them to Bryant Nelson in the same game that Craig Binnick hit a home run against him. He gave up one to Lee Cruz as well, and this year he's given up a pair of home runs to the Ducks. Ryan Strebe, who's in the lineup, took him out, as did Gabe Suarez, who is no longer with the Ducks. So 5 homers against Merritt for Long Island in his last 2 seasons in the ATL. And the 1-0 here is a called strike to even up the count on Bryant Nelson.
A big key here for Merritt. He is a guy who, as we said earlier, 7 starts on the year out of his 38 games. So he is not a guy that typically throws a ton of pitches. Very rarely does he go much more than 100. So important for the Ducks to be patient early on and work his pitch count.
1-1 breaking ball here. A Baltimore chop to short for Angel Sanchez. Strong throw across. And Nelson retired. The Ducks go in order. We go to the second on Long Island. No score between the Patriots and the Flock in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series.
Hi, this is Adam Bailey, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated Paver Shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc Pavers pave your way.
On to inning number 2 here in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. No score between the Ducks and the Patriots. Time for the Ducks Injury Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Lou Ford in Game 2 of the first round of the playoffs fouled the ball off of his front foot, and that caused him to miss Game 3. It was said he could DH, but Kevin Byers decided to give him the day of rest, in which that ended up turning into 5 days of rest since the Ducks swept the series, had 4 days off before beginning the championship series, but was back in the lineup last night and is in the lineup again tonight, so he is healthy and good to go. Out of the playoff roster, all dealing with injuries, Matt Way has forearm tightness, Bill Murphy out with an elbow injury, and Eddie Ramos with a shoulder injury.
Well, no scores. We go to the top of the second, and righty Sean Garceau will deal with 5, 6, and 7 in the order put together tonight by Brett Jody, the manager of the Somerset Patriots, Corey Smith, Jeff Baisley, and Eddie Martinez Esteve. So it begins with the third baseman and 5-man from the right side, Corey Smith, struggling so far in the playoffs, batting just .063 with a homer and a run batted in. In fact, his only hit of the postseason was a homer last night in his first at-bat, as here he takes a called strike, and the count 0-1 on Corey Smith.
He's certainly a guy with a lot of pop, and don't let that average fool you. He's a guy who can hit it out at any time and has a very quick bat.
0-1 here is in the air to left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Corey Smith, a leadoff single to left center, and the opening man aboard here for the Pats.
And this game is very different than the last time Garceau faced that Patriots team. Really a game that Somerset didn't have anything to play for. They were kind of playing out the end of their season. They knew they were in the postseason. They knew they were going to face the Sugar Land Skeeters. Had nothing to do with home field advantage or anything like that, but it meant everything for the Ducks, who needed that win to clinch the second half Liberty Division title. So obviously this is a very different scenario, and of course Garceau pitching at home. But Sean has had 3 good starts during the regular season and trying to follow that up here in his second start of the postseason.
Yeah, 2-1 in the regular season in those 3 starts with a 1.17 ERA for the former York Revolution. And here he starts out Jeff Baisley with a called strike. Baisley, .385, the batting average for the playoffs, a homer, and 3 knocked in for the right-swinging first baseman in the 6-hole tonight for the Patriots. No score, top of the second. Corey Smith held on at first by Ryan Strebe. Smith had 11 stolen bases in the regular season, was only caught once. 0-1 is a breaking ball low. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Baisley.
And for Garceau, he began the year with the Kansas City T-Bones in the American Association. 23 games, 20 starts at a 4.30 ERA, but only 33 walks to 93 strikeouts. So he is very good at getting some strikeouts, and usually he's able to keep the walk total down.
1-1 here is bounced deep in the shortstop hole. Lions to second for 1. Good stretch by Barfield. On to first in 1 hop into the glove of Strebe, but not in time to get Baisley. So the Ducks have to settle for 1 as the fielder's choice goes 6-4. Corey Smith forced out at second and 1 away now with a man at first for Eddie Martinez Esteve.
Well, good job by Lions to get to that ball in the hole, and now I think they're going to say safe at second base is Corey Smith. I think they're going to say that Barfield's foot came off the bag at second. It certainly looked like from our vantage point that he stretched and was able to get his foot on the bag. I think they're going to say that he was safe.
Wow, Kevin Baez out to argue here with second base umpire Matt Beaver. And again, in the postseason, you have that extra umpire, so a man right on the base. And Kevin getting a little hot here with Beaver on what looked, again, to us like a good stretch by Barfield to keep his foot on the bag. But I guess they're not going to give him the old neighborhood play here. And, boy, what a break for the Patriots early on, as instead of a man at first and 1 away, it's first and second and nobody out for Martinez Esteve.
So that's going to go down as a fielder's choice E6. The error on Dan Lyons there for that high throw. And, again, really was not that high of a throw. I thought Barfield made a very good stretch. It certainly seemed like from here that he kept his foot on the bag. But Beaver saying that his foot came off, and now first and second, nobody out.
So here's Martinez Esteve, who takes a called strike. 0-1 on the DH tonight and 7-man. Only new player in the lineup as Jorge Cortez sits tonight. Last night, Cortez was the right fielder. Corey Aldridge was the DH. Tonight, Aldridge in right, and Martinez Esteve, the designated hitter. Hitting .429 in the playoffs. He's got a homer with 3 batted in, and he puts it in the air deep to right. Lining it up is Adam Bailey. He will make the grab. Tagging and going towards third is Corey Smith, and he'll be in there standing. So runners at the corners now with 1 away for Somerset.
Well, Martinez, in a way, does his job as he is able to get the runner to third with 1 out. And again, that is a very big call there on the fielder's choice E6 hit by Jeff Baisley. And so instead of it being now a runner at first with 2 away, it's first and third, 1 out, and a fly ball here could give the Patriots the lead.
Sean Garceau looking for the double play on a ground ball as here's the 8-man and shortstop, a right-handed hitter. Angel Sanchez, batting .267 in the playoffs, has yet to homer or drive in a run. Showed bunt, took one down and away, and the count 1-0 on Sanchez.
Angel Sanchez has a decent amount of speed. He's not extremely quick, but trying to surprise the Ducks a little bit there. Now Brian Nelson creeping in onto the infield grass slightly just in case Sanchez decides to try and lay one down.
Well, no score here in the top of the second. Patriots threatening to break on top. 1-0 here is fouled upstairs behind home plate to even up the count on Sanchez, who was 1 for 4 last night with a single, and he was caught stealing in the game as well. And Patriots swept their way into the championship series with 3 consecutive one-run victories over the Sugar Land Skeeters. Last night another one-run game, but this time they came out on the short end of the score. Ducks won it 4-3. 1-1 here. And that well hit to center field. Lou Ford going into right center will make the catch, but it's plenty deep to get Corey Smith home. He will touch the plate. Sacrifice fly for Angel Sanchez, and a 1-0 Somerset Patriots lead.
Well, that, of course, an unearned run because of the error on Lyons, and now that call definitely looming large at second base, but one thing I've liked so far from Garceau, he's gotten ahead on the first pitch strike on 7 of the first 8 hitters. The one thing I haven't liked, he's left a few pitches up in the zone. You've seen a lot of fly balls here early on, especially in this inning, and that's a big reason why the 2 hits and these fly balls have been pitches up higher in the zone. He's got to make sure he keeps the ball down. This Patriots lineup can definitely do some damage if you keep him up.
Well, here's the 9-man, Adam Donahue, the catcher from the right side, and he takes a called strike. Batting just 100 in the playoffs is Donahue. No homers, no runs batted in. Angel Sanchez picks up his first run batted in of the postseason to put Somerset ahead here, 1-0 in the top of the second. Be an 0-1 coming to Donahue from Garceau, and that foul back over the netting behind home plate. 0-2 now to the catcher and 9-man for the Pats.
Of course, I'm sure the Ducks obviously upset with the call at second base there, as you saw Kevin Byas come out to argue. Of course, last night was the Patriots who were upset with the call. A big strike 3 call on a pitch that seemed to be up and away to Jorge Cortez by Leo Rosales in the 9th. Brett Jody was none too happy about that call.
0-2 here runs high on a fastball for ball 1. And the count now 1-2 on Donahue. That was a huge call in a big spot. And again, the Atlantic League, I know Michael early in the season announced they would call that high strike, but didn't seem like it was there all night, and it was there in a big moment for Long Island. 1-2 here is a little worm burner to third. Bryant Nelson bobbles it, now has to hurry across, but gets it there in time to get Donahue to retire the side. But not before the Patriots pick up a run on a hit. There was an error, and 1 man left. Middle of the second tonight in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Now Somerset 1 and Long Island 0.
Hi, this is pitcher Bill Murphy. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Swung on a hit well in the air deep to left center field. Rice chasing back to the warning track at the wall. He looks up, and you can't forget it. Ryan Strebe with a game-tying 2-run home run, his 2nd of the year and the 100th for Long Island on the season.
That's right, Duck fans. On August 21st in Camden, that Ryan Strebe home run put the Long Island Ducks over the top. Their 100th homer of the season, which meant that once again, the Ducks have met the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Chappie's Funeral Homes donating $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Thanks to Chappie's and the Long Island Ducks, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is a family tradition.
This summer, LIPA can help you save big on a new central air conditioning system. With up to $1,000 in rebates and up to $500 in operating cost savings each year. And only a LIPA participating Cool Homes contractor can make sure you get all these savings plus a quality installation for maximum comfort over the life of your system. Ready to save? We're ready to help. Visit lipower.org/coolhomes to make sure that your contractor is a LIPA Cool Homes contractor.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, Central Islip, New York, the site of Atlantic League Championship Series Game 2 between the Ducks and the Patriots. Somerset with a 1-0 lead here in the second. I want to thank everybody for joining us on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. From all around the world, especially all of the other cities in the Atlantic League, as they watch the final 2 teams alive here playing for the championship this season. Of course, you got the Liberty Division cities of Bridgeport, Connecticut, Camden, New Jersey, and Waldorf, Maryland, home of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. And then over in the Freedom Division, the Sugarland Skeeters in Sugarland, Texas. You have the York Revolution in York, Pennsylvania. Just about 25 miles to the east in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, home of the Barnstormers. And then, of course, in Bridgewater, New Jersey, home of the Patriots, where the Ducks and Patriots will play games 3 and, if necessary, 4 and 5 Friday through Sunday this weekend to determine the Atlantic League champion.
And again, for Duck fans, that ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey, only 90 miles from this ballpark, so a very short ride. It is a weekend series, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, championship games. And, Michael, I have a feeling we will see a lot of orange and green in New Jersey this weekend.
Yes, the Patriots have definitely represented fairly well here tonight, as was the case last night. Lots of their fans making their way over here. Of course, the staff of the Somerset Patriots in attendance as well. And I can guarantee you'll see some Duck staff members and Ducks fans in Bridgewater, New Jersey.
Well, the Ducks trailing in the game for the first time, 1-0 as we go to the last of the second. And lefty Roy Merritt for the Pats to start with a cleanup man in DH from the right side. It's Bill Hall for Long Island. First pitch swinging, and he pops it up a mile high on the right side of the infield. The second baseman, Yuneski Sanchez, slightly out on the outfield grass, a two-handed grab. 1 pitch and 1 out for Merritt and the Pats.
So far, the Ducks appear to be very aggressive early in this game against Merritt. 2 pitches to Ford, 2 to Barfield, 3 to Nelson, and now 1 here to Hall. And I think the time the Ducks were at their best yesterday was when they were patient at the plate, taking a lot of pitches, making Josh Lowy get into deep counts. And with a guy in Merritt who only has 7 starts this year, you have to be patient and allow him to actually go and throw that strike, not chase pitches out of the zone, see what he's got through the first time through the order, and make him work his pitch count up early.
Well, here's Adam Bailey to give it a try. The 5-man swings left-handed, playing right field tonight, and he takes strike 1 from Merritt. Bailey batting .235 in the playoffs, a homer and 2 knocked in. Again, 1-0 Somerset as we play in the bottom of the second inning. Patriots also took a 1-0 lead in the second inning last night. 0-1 is a big looping curve that missed high, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Bailey had a tough night last night. He swung at a couple pitches down low in the zone. He is a bit of a free swinger at the plate, but again, the only lefty in the Ducks lineup.
0 for 4 last night with a hat trick, 3 strikeouts was Adam Bailey, and here badly fooled by the curveball, and he's down in the count 1-2.
And Merritt's had some nice movement on those breaking balls early in this game.
Merritt, a former Mets draft pick, going back to the 29th round of the 2007 selection out of Southern University. 1-2 pitch is that breaking ball again, this time wide as Bailey was able to lay off it. That'll even up the count of 2-2 on Adam. Merritt in his second year with the Patriots, second year in the Atlantic League, and 7th year professional baseball. His 2-2 is poked foul over the netting behind home plate, and the count holds on Adam Bailey.
It's so tough if you're Bailey because you see all these big breaking balls coming in very slow from Merritt, and then he comes back with that fastball. And you just got to be defensive in that case if you're Bailey. If he does throw that fastball, just to try and fight one off to stay alive and try and time that curveball well if he comes back at you with it.
Count remains 2-2 in this lefty battle as Merritt comes home. And a swing and a miss. Again, he chased one off the plate. First strikeout tonight from Merritt, 2 away.
Merritt again getting some Ducks to chase as Bailey's swinging down and away there, and that pitch looks good coming over the plate, but the bottom drops out, it falls down and away, and not much you can do about it if you're Bailey. You got to protect close to the plate. And when the pitch has that much movement, it's hard to stay defensive.
Well, 5 up and 5 down for Roy Merritt in Somerset. And here's the 6-man and catcher, a right-handed batter for Long Island, Ramon Castro, hitting just 100 in the playoffs, no homers, 1 run batted in. Had his first playoff hit here last night. First pitch to him is taken foul at a play down the right field line, 0-1. Castro played games 1 and 2 of the opening round series against Southern Maryland, a 3-game sweep for Long Island, went 0 for 7 there. And then last night 1 for 3 with a single, but also struck out twice in Long Island's Game 1 win. The Ducks are 4-0 in the playoffs this year. Somerset suffered their first loss of the postseason last night after sweeping away the Skeeters in round 1. 0-1. Big looping curve again. It backdoors the right-hander for strike 2.
Merritt getting ahead with strikes early on in this game. And again, the Ducks have been a little bit aggressive against him. Castro laying off a couple pitches after fouling the first one off. He laid off one there. Bailey saw a few pitches in that last at-bat.
There's the 0-2. And a check swing. They appeal to first. And Matt Hensel said he went around. Strikeout number 2 for Merritt, and another 1-2-3 inning for he and the Patriots. We go to the third on Long Island. It's Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Somerset leads it 1-0.
Hi, this is Bryant Nelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks Baseball official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Patriots with a 1-0 lead as we go to inning number 3, and that always means third inning trivia brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Give you the question here in the top of the inning, the answer in the bottom of the frame, and it does concern the playoff history of the Somerset Patriots. Again, Michael Pollock, the winningest team as far as titles are concerned in Atlantic League history. They've won 5 championships. Ducks, of course, have won 2. Bears have won 2. Revs have won 2, but nobody else has won more than 2 except Somerset. Problem for the Patriots, of those 5 championships, only one of them was won at home. They won 4 on the road, only 1 at home. The question tonight, which year did they win their only championship at home? Who did they beat? And how did they do it as well? It was done in very dramatic fashion. So that's the question tonight. Name the only time the Somerset Patriots won a championship at home. Who did they beat? And how did they do it? And again, the hint was it was done in very dramatic fashion. We'll give you the answer in the bottom of the inning. And, Michael, I think that's why they're thrilled this year to know that the home field advantage is theirs for the finals. So the trophy will come out in Bridgewater, New Jersey. It's just a matter of which team will get it. Here's Johnny Tucker at the top of the order to lead off the third for the Pats. And he slaps it foul back behind the plate for strike 1. Tucker grounded out to Bryant Nelson at third to open the game as Sean Garceau retired the first 2 batters on ground balls to third, gave up a 2-out double Yuniesky Sanchez, but then struck out Corey Aldridge to end the first. This one bounced to short. Couple of hops for Lyons across the diamond as Strebe, 1 away.
A good play there by Lyons. Ball hit right on the lip of the grass that separates the infield grass from the infield dirt, and it stayed down on Lyons. He was able to adjust quickly, played very good defense all year long, and again, that rare error in the second inning on that flip to Josh Barfield that ended up being a little bit high and apparently pulled Barfield's foot off the bag.
The difference in the game right now, 1-0 Patriots in the third. 1 out, nobody on, and here's Aaron Eggleston, who grounded out on a hot shot to Bryant Nelson. And he picked on 1 hop, spun around, and fired to first to get him. His first time through. Strike 1 to Eggleston, who was 0 for 4 last night after going 4 for 10 in the Freedom Division Championship Series. 0-1 here is ripped into right center field for a base hit. Lou Ford trying to cut it off. He slides, comes up throwing. Eggleston going for second. The slide, and they got him! Oh, what a throw by Ford! The tag applied, and they're 2 away. Wow!
Well, there is not much you can do if you're Aaron Eggleston there. Have to try for 2. Lou Ford with a splendid defensive play to get over into the gap, slide and cut it off, and then get to his feet quickly and fire a perfect strike to Dan Lyons, who was awaiting the tag. It looked from off the bat that Eggleston was going to easily have a double, but Lou Ford with a splendid play in center field.
Another asterisk on the score sheet, both on balls hit by Eggleston. And, Michael, that was just outstanding. I mean, that's like a pop-up slide that Lou Ford had to do after he was able to cut it off and throw a perfect strike to Lyons, the only way he gets Eggleston 2 away. Here's Yuniesky Sanchez, again, who doubled the other way to right center, his first time through, and he takes ball 1 outside, and the count 1-0. So what a defensive gem by Ford, much like Bryant Nelson did to Eggleston in the opening inning. Grounded here foul, back of third base. Shane Spencer, the coach for the Patriots and former Yankee, will hand it off to a fan. 1-1 now to Yuniesky Sanchez.
And again, Garceau's only allowed 3 hits and an unearned run, but again, I've seen a lot of these pitches from Garceau that have stayed up in the zone. We've seen Somerset making some good contact here early on. His first outing against Somerset, everything was down. He was getting lots of swings and misses. Here tonight, a lot is up.
Well, he gets a strike here. It's 1-2. And again, a week ago tonight, Michael, in that Game 2 victory over Southern Maryland, he did give up 10 hits and 5 earned runs in 6 2/3 and taking that no decision.
Definitely did not have his best stuff, but the key was he kept the Ducks in the game, limited the damage, and that was the biggest thing.
Crowd behind him at 1-2, and he gets a little foul ball to the netting, and the count holds on Yuniesky Sanchez.
We know this Ducks team can come back. They obviously did in that game. They did here last night when it looked like they couldn't do anything at the plate. They found a way to do it. The biggest thing for the Ducks is for Garceau to keep him in this game, keep the score close, and for the bats to stay the course. Work the count, try and work Merritt, and get him out of the game, get into the Patriots bullpen.
1-2 here is a poke foul down the right field line, slicing out of play. And Yuniesky Sanchez battling here to keep himself and the inning alive. Garceau kicking away at the dirt in front of the rubber. Sean, in his first year with the Ducks, 3rd year in the Atlantic League, played for the Revs in both 2011 and 2012 and actually beat the Ducks in the 2011 Atlantic League Championship. And Bryant Nelson was a teammate that year as well. 1-2 breaking ball, just getting a piece of it, boy, was Sanchez to keep himself alive. And they'll do it again.
And we talked about it on the broadcast last night that Nelson going for his 3rd straight championship here in the Atlantic League and his 8th professional baseball championship. And John Brownell, too, has won championships the last couple of years with the Ducks and with Grand Prairie in the American Association trying to win a championship this year.
Unbelievable. Those 2 guys in particular trying to win 3 straight titles. Amazing. The 1-2 here is in the air to shallow right center field. Lou Ford charging in. He won't get there. It drops in, then off his glove, but a nice backup by Adam Bailey to get it in quickly. And Yuniesky Sanchez with a 2-out single. He's 2 for 2 tonight.
He is a big bat, and Somerset glad to have him back in the lineup after he had to miss a couple games toward the end of the season with an injury. But Lou Ford, if he had 100% speed in his foot, might have been able to get to that ball. Again, he is still feeling a little bit of soreness from that foul ball he took off his foot in Game 2 of the first round of the playoffs. So again, not at 100% speed running, but he gave it a good effort there. Just realized last second he wasn't going to be able to come up with it.
Well, here is Corey Aldridge, who struck out swinging back in the opening inning. 0-for-1 as he stands in. Garceau's first pitch is poked foul off the end of the bat down the left field line. 0-1 on Aldridge, who again hit 2 home runs in their Game 1 victory down in Sugar Land, Texas over the Skeeters. And then a solo shot last night off Leo Rosales of the Ducks. Michael, that might still be going. It cleared both walls in right field. That was a no-doubter if there ever was one. Monstrous shot to make it a 1-run game. 0-1 is foul back. Patriots would get a 1-out walk against Rosales as well to get the tying runs on, but Leo shut it down, getting the final 2 outs to pick up his 2nd save of the playoffs and give the Ducks the Game 1 win.
Just typical Leo Rosales.
Yes.
Very rare that he makes it an easy 1-2-3 ninth inning. He's always got to give everybody a scare, but ultimately, the majority of the time this year, he got the job done.
There'll be an 0-2 here coming to Aldridge. And that'll pop foul up in the club seats in the upper deck behind home plate. Count holds on Corey. Great postseason. I'm just saying quickly, Michael. Aldridge batting .400 coming in. What a postseason already.
Yeah, he is a dangerous bat right in the middle of the lineup. You've got Sanchez, Aldridge, and Smith, 3 really big bats in the 3, 4, and 5 spots, and that is the toughest part for any pitcher to navigate through. Might be the best 3, 4, 5 in the Atlantic League.
So again, the count remains 0-2 as they pick up the rhythmic clapping. And just missing inside. Boy, not by much. Crowd does not appreciate the ball call by home plate umpire Chase Edmondson, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I'm not sure if it was a little inside or a little low, but a good fastball there from Garceau. Couldn't spot it much better and just didn't get the call there from home plate umpire Chase Edmondson.
Corey Aldridge, the only Patriot who had hits in all 3 games of their opening round sweep over the Skeeters, had another hit last night, that homer. So hits in all 4 playoff games. The runner goes, swing and a miss. He struck him out. It's dropped here by Ramon Castro, who will go to first to get the put out, and that will retire the side. So for the Patriots, no runs, 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd on Long Island. Patriots still lead the flock 1-0 in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series.
Hi, this is Ray Navarrete, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Amy Cornella, age 17.
Last year, 49 people a day died from a
Wesley
totally
Benici,
preventable
age
national
17.
public health problem. 49 people a day were
Nicole
killed
Bridget
at the hands
Ramos,
of drunk
age
drivers.
28.
So the next time you're drinking and you're thinking about driving,
Erica Tagelman,
ask yourself,
age 18.
do you really want to add to this list?
Elijah Anthony Michael Burrow Sealy, age 2 months.
Stay alive. Don't drink and drive. A message from Suffolk County Stop DWI.
Ducks trail at 1-0 as we go to the last of the third. Time to wrap up our third inning trivia, brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Michael Pollock, Somerset Patriots, 5 Atlantic League championships, more than any other team, but only one of those was won on their home field in Bridgewater, New Jersey. What year is the only year they won it at home? Who'd they beat, and how did they do it? The hint was they did it in dramatic fashion.
All right, well, I know they won it on a walk-off homer.
That is correct.
I don't remember the specific player who hit it. I want to say his first name is Mike.
No.
Okay, so
that's you.
That's me. Well, let's get that. I know it was on a walk-off homer.
Yep.
I want to say it was 2001.
Nope.
03.
Nope.
Okay, well then I have no idea.
Well, see, that's your problem. The problem for the Patriots was they won all their championships on the odd years when the other division had home field advantage. So they won their championships in 01 on the road, in 03 on the road, 05 on the road, finally lost in 07 in the finals on the road, won it in 2008 at home when it finally came back to their division. They beat the Camden River Sharks on a Travis Anderson walk-off homer in the bottom of the ninth inning, and then won again on the road in Southern Maryland in 2009. So the problem for them in those odd years, their division never had home field advantage. They need to win on even years. At least that's the way it was then, and a chance to win at home. But the Somerset Patriots, 5 titles, won one at home against Camden in 08. Here's Ryan Strebe to lead off the home half of the third here. Ducks down 1-0, and a big backdoor curve from lefty Roy Merritt. 0-1 on Strebe, the league's leading hitter in the postseason so far at .467, has yet to homer and has driven in 4. And that Travis Anderson homer you can watch on YouTube. It's amazing, as here it's foul back. Anytime, Mike, you win a championship, as the Ducks did in walk-off fashion a year ago, on a bunt by Dan Lyons, it's one thing, but on a home run, Travis Anderson said it was something he dreamed about his entire life, as most kids do, hit a home run to win a championship. He did that for the Patriots in a Game 4 victory over the Camden River Sharks. So Somerset having an opportunity to do it again at home if they can beat the Ducks in this year's playoffs, as Strebe fouls another pitch straight back. And the count holds at 0-2 on the Long Island first baseman and 7-man in Kevin Baez's order tonight.
Yeah, big key for the Ducks. In last year's championship series, they lost Game 1, 5-1 on the road, but that dramatic ninth-inning rally to tie the game and then take a huge lead and win it to even the series before coming back home. It would have been very tough to beat a very good team in Lancaster 3 straight games, even in your own ballpark, and that's why Somerset is trying to come up with the big win tonight during the split on the road.
0-2 here is slap foul out of play down the right field line. And we talk a lot about the Patriots. It's amazing, though, that they never have played the Ducks in the playoffs prior to this year. The Patriots in the league 16 years, the Ducks in 14 years. Patriots have been to 9 championship series now. Ducks have been to 4. But prior to this year, they have never met in the playoffs. So it really is an interesting final, if you will, for the first playoff meeting ever between these great franchises. 0-2 is downstairs. Ball 1 now to Strebe.
I looked up the numbers before the series. Ducks had played the Patriots 265 regular season times, tied with Bridgeport for the most against any other franchise in the Atlantic League, and yet somehow not one postseason game before this year.
1-2 curve here. Got him looking. Boy, is Merritt working that backdoor hook. 3 consecutive strikeouts now for Roy, and there's one gone.
And not much Strebe could do there. Did a good job to work the count, foul off a couple tough pitches. But there, that nasty curveball that looks like it's going to be up and outside, and then all of a sudden it just breaks right back over the plate. And when Merritt's got that breaking ball working, it's very tough to beat him.
So he has retired the first 7 Ducks to begin tonight. Here's the 8-man and left fielder from the right side. It's Craig Binnick, the Hicksville native for Long Island. Binnick batting .385 in the playoffs, no homers, 1 ribby. First pitch shows bunt, draws it back, and takes a strike. Count 0-1 on Craig, who hit .500 in the championship series a year ago, 11 for 22 in the 5-game victory over the Lancaster Barnstormers. He was my vote for MVP before Lions dropped down the bunt herd round Long Island as Binnick swings through one. 0-2 now on Craig.
Binnick not having a bad postseason this year either. 5 for 13. He's a tough out. He drew a couple of walks in yesterday's game, 2 long at bats, and he just finds ways to get on base.
He's down 0-2 here to Merritt. And he pops it foul over the netting behind home plate. Again, last night, Josh Lowy took a no-hitter into the 7th inning before it was broken up by a Bill Hall homer. The final pitch thrown by Lowy was the Hall home run. Tonight, Merritt's been perfect through 2 1/3, 7 up and 7 down. Ahead 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that a check swing and appeal at first. This time Matt Hensel said he held up. It's ball 1 to Craig.
And good discipline there from Binnick to hold up. It's just there's so much movement on these pitches from Merritt. It's very tough to lay off. They look enticing, but if you don't swing early enough, you're going to be too late on it. So it's very tough for these hitters right now to try and square up the pitches from the southpaw.
His exhale and then the 1-2 fought off straight back by Binnick, and the count holds. And Ducks had 5 players who had hits in all 3 games of the opening round, but only one of them managed to hit last night, and that was Bill Hall. So Bill Hall now the only Duck with hits in all 4 playoff games. Craig Binnick was one of that select group of 5 with hits in all 3 games against Southern Maryland, but took the 0 for last night. And here takes inside. It's 2-2. Ducks had only 4 hits in last night's game, Michael. In fact, no hits through 6 innings, and then 4 hits in innings 7 and 8, and that's all they needed.
Just got to make the most of your hits, and the Ducks were able to get the long ball last night with the Hall solo homer and the Barfield 3-run home run to account for their 4 runs.
2-2 here is down and in, so a nice at-bat by Binnick, who has worked it full. Ducks down 1-0, bottom of the 3rd. Nobody on and 1 man out.
And this is what I was talking about Craig Binnick. He just finds ways, even if he falls behind in the count early. He fell behind 0-2 quickly, but fouled off a couple tough pitches, 3 balls he has taken, and he's just able to work the pitch count of Merritt. Both Strebe and Binnick have done so in this inning. That's what you like to see, guys, fouling off tough pitches from the left-hander and finding ways to potentially get on base.
He drew 2 walks last night, going 0 for 1. Here the payoff, and that in the air to right field. Corey Aldridge has him played perfectly. Couple of steps in, 2-handed grab for out number 2.
And it's frustrating for Binnick when you have an at-bat like that to end up getting retired, but able to make contact there. And again, Merritt, even though he got to 3 balls there, comes over the plate with a strike, and that's what you see from a veteran pitcher, a guy who knows how to pitch well, and that's coming back on a big 3-2 pitch. Instead of giving in and allowing the walk, he comes up with a strike, trusts his defense behind him, and Binnick flies out to right.
Well, Merritt trying to go once through Long Island's order perfect if he can get the 9-man and shortstop, the right-handed swinging Dan Lyons. He's batting .231 in the playoffs, no homers, and a run batted in. 1-0 Patriots in the last of the 3rd. Merritt at the belt deals, and Dan takes a strike on the outer edge of the knees, 0-1. Merritt faced the Ducks 6 times in the regular season, 5 as a reliever, only 1 as a starter. His only start was here on August the 25th, and he took a no decision in a 4-3 loss. 0-1 is an inside strike, 0-2. In that game, 5 innings pitched for Merritt, 2 hits, 2 runs both earned, a walk, and 6 strikeouts, and did give up both runs on a Ryan Strebe 2-run homer. Merritt out in front of Lyons, 0-2, trying to make it 9 in a row retired to begin the contest. Here's his pitch. And that a called 3rd strike, he got him looking. 4th strikeout of the game for the left-hander, and the Ducks go in order for the 3rd straight frame. 3 complete tonight in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. It's the Somerset Patriots 1 and the Long Island Ducks 0.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvelatte beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelatte, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelattes and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks President and General Manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first right here about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 2013 season. It's game time.
Chris King and Michael Pollock back at Bethpage Ballpark. It is Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. The Ducks lead the series 1-0. The Patriots with a 1-0 lead here through 3 innings. For Somerset, a run on 4 hits, no errors. For Long Island, no runs, no hits, and 1 error. And Michael Pollock, you and I were reminiscing tonight in the manager's office. Kevin Baez, you and I speaking about the fact that it was 9 years ago tonight that the Ducks won their first Atlantic League championship as they beat the Camden River Sharks for a 3-game sweep. And it was Kevin Baez who was hit by a pitch that drove in Patrick Lennon with the championship-winning run 9 years ago tonight at Campbell's Field.
Well, again, this year's championship series can only end in one place, and that's on the road in New Jersey. The only other time the Ducks won a championship on the road, it was in New Jersey. That was in Camden. This, of course, in Somerset. But we'll see if the Ducks can make some more magic this year.
Well, Michael, to take us through the next 4 innings of play-by-play.
Well, thank you very much, Chris. First pitch from Sean Garceau here in the 4th. Misses up and inside for ball 1 to Corey Smith, who singled to center and scored the only run of the game his last time up. That was back in the 2nd inning. And here he pops one foul behind the plate to even the count at 1-1. Smith now 2 of 17 in the playoffs. 4 runs scored, and he had that solo home run here last night in the 2nd inning off of John Brownell. Be a 1-1 in this righty-righty matchup. Garceau deals, and Smith hits one well in the air to center field. Lou Ford going back, still going back. He looks up, and it is off the base of the wall. Smith around first. He's going for second. Here comes the throw from Ford, not in time. Gets past Barfield, but Garceau backing up, and a leadoff double, 5th hit of the night for the Patriots.
And boy, has Corey Smith come to life, Michael, after an 0-for-12 Freedom Division Championship Series. The homer last night, a single and a double tonight. So Corey Smith has found his stroke at just the wrong time as far as Long Island is concerned.
Big key against Corey Smith. He's a guy who does tend to chase, and if you keep it down and away to him, usually you're in pretty good shape against a guy like Corey Smith. However, Garceau, both times he's faced him here, he's come up, he's come inside, and Smith has gotten some good swings, so a good start to this 4th inning for the Patriots as Smith now 2 for 2.
That home run last night, Michael, was one of the quickest I've ever seen leave this park. A line drive just inside the pole down the left field line, but it was out in a heartbeat.
And 2 home runs down that left field line, 2 that couldn't be any more different. First pitch to Jeff Baisley is up high for ball 1. You had the line drive bullet by Smith that just stayed inside the foul pole, and then the Barfield homer, which is a high towering drive that cleared the wall beyond the bullpen. Count 1-0 on Baisley, who hit into a fielder's choice his first time up, and the error by Dan Lyons put runners at first and second. Here he takes a breaking ball strike from Garceau, and it's 1-1.
Well, that Smith home run last night, Mike, it never felt like that ball was more than 10 feet off the ground, but it stayed 10 feet off the ground the whole way from the plate to the pole for a home run.
An absolute laser last night for Smith. Here comes the 1-1. Kick and the pitch, swung on and popped foul. First base side upstairs. And it's now 1-2 on Baisley, who in the playoffs, 5 of 14. He has hit for the cycle in the postseason. He has 2 singles, a double, a triple, and a home run.
Yeah, the only multi-hit game of any player last night on either team, as he went 2 for 3 with a single and that triple.
So Garceau is ahead 1-2, working out of the stretch. Patriots lead 1-0 here in the 4th. And the 1-2, swung on in line into left center field. It's a base hit. Over is Binnick to cut it off. Smith around third. He's going to try and score. Here comes the relay. It's cut off by Lyons. An RBI single by Jeff Baisley. And here in the 4th inning, it's now 2-0 in favor of Somerset.
So Corey Smith has scored both runs for the Patriots tonight. Baisley comes up with a big run batted in, his 4th of the postseason. And now a meeting on the mound as Ramon Castro and Bryant Nelson come over to talk to their right-hander.
Another pitch there from Garceau that stayed up to Baisley, and he had in the 4th inning last night an RBI single that he punched into center field to score Yuniesky Sanchez. So last night the Patriots scored a run in the second and a run in the fourth. Ultimately the Ducks won it 4-3. Tonight, Patriots with a run in the second and a run in the fourth.
If you believe in karma, the Ducks have them right where they want them, right?
Exactly.
And the Ducks
right.
being no hit so far, so throw that in as well, same as last night.
Eerily similar to last night's game so far. First pitch to Eddie Martinez-Esteve is a breaking ball that missed up and inside for ball one. Now 3 first pitch balls here in the inning from the right-hander Sean Garceau. To this point, he has thrown a total of 51 pitches, 41 for strikes. So he's getting a lot of strikes. But again, the Patriots squaring up a bunch of baseballs pretty well so far. Throw over to first and back safely is Baisley.
Baisley 5 stolen bases in 6 tries in the regular season.
Not the speediest of guys, but definitely could take off at any moment.
And the Patriots as a team had 127 steals, third most in the league.
1-0, nice curveball, drops in for a strike to even the count at 1-1. I think Garceau has had some nice movement on his curveball tonight, but he's thrown that fastball a lot here in this game. So we'll see if he maybe tries to go more to that breaking ball here, since Somerset already with 6 hits in tonight's contest. Martinez-Esteve flied to right in the second inning. Now 1-1. Breaking ball again, this one just missed up and away. And Martinez-Esteve had in the count 2 balls and 1 strike.
And Patriots had only 7 hits total in all of last night's contest, so they're 1 knock away from matching that 9-inning total here in the visitors' 4th.
Patriot DH missed 39 games this year with a broken right ring finger, returned at the very end of the season. 2-1, fouled off to the first base side. So the count is now 1-2 on Martinez-Esteve. Runner at first, nobody out. Patriots have now taken a 2-0 lead over the Ducks here in Game 2.
Michael, you talked about how much they welcomed him back to the lineup. He had a big homer in Game 2 of their opening round sweep of the Sugar Land Skeeters. Big bat to bring back.
Now the 2-2 from Garceau. Kicks, fires, and the breaking ball is fisted foul. Got jammed in Martinez-Esteve, so he stays alive at 2-2.
I know in Somerset County, New Jersey, he goes by E-Mart, which is a lot shorter than Eddie Martinez-Esteve.
One of the longest names that you will ever see.
It is hyphenated, that last name, but E-Mart rolls off the tongue a lot quicker.
So the 2-2 pitch on the way now, and that's popped in the air to center field. Moving over to right center is Lou Ford, and the Ducks center fielder will make the catch for the first out here in the 4th inning as it keeps Baisley at first.
That's one Garceau needed after giving up the double and the single, another run to double the lead. So again, now he gets to go against the 8 and 9 men in that Patriot order.
So Martinez-Esteve now 3 for 9 here in the playoffs, 0 for 2 in the game, and here is Angel Sanchez, a shortstop and 8-hitter who drove in the game's first run, his first time to the plate. Sanchez batting from the right side. Garceau will look for the double play ball. Throw over to first, chases Baisley back to the bag. Well, the Yankees officially eliminated from postseason contention last night. They play the final home game of the year tonight against Tampa Bay. Final game at Yankee Stadium for Mariano Rivera. No score, bottom half of inning number 2 in the Bronx. Another throw over, and again, Baisley is back safely.
Joe Girardi said he would get him in somehow, some way tonight, so might be strange to see him in a game where the Yankees are down a ton of runs or up a ton of runs. He's often used only, obviously, in the close ones, but this one doesn't count now.
I'm sure that place is packed, waiting to see Mariano Rivera one last time enter Sandman. First pitch to Sanchez here is a fastball strike on the outside corner. Ivan Nova for the Yankees against Alex Cobb for the Rays. Mets are at home to face the Brewers tonight. They also are scoreless as they play in the bottom of the 1st inning. That'll be an 0-1 here to Sanchez, who bats from the right side. Garceau's pitch, breaking ball lined up the middle, and that is going to sneak through into center field, a base hit for Sanchez. So the 3rd hit of the inning for the Patriots, and they now have 1st and 2nd with only 1 out. Somerset looking to add to their 2-run lead.
And again, they've tied their hit total from all of last night already. 7 hits last night at a 1-run loss. And again, Somerset's played 4 one-run games in the playoffs. Won the first 3 against Sugar Land and lost last night to the Ducks. Very reminiscent of the Ducks' first championship run, Michael, back in 2004. Long Island played 6 one-run games, lost the first, and then won the next 5 in a row to claim their first crown.
It's all about finding ways to win the close games. Ducks 2-0 so far in this postseason in one-run games. First pitch, and Donahue will take a breaking ball for a called strike. It is 0-1. Well, the Patriots lead by 2. They've got 2 on, 1 out as Garceau has allowed 7 hits tonight, just 2 runs so far, and needs to find a way to get out of a big jam here in the 4th. Set at the belt, looks to second, the 0-1. Breaking ball, another good pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2.
What were you telling me earlier? Joe Girardi said he might put Mariano Rivera in the outfield this weekend?
In center field in Houston this weekend at Minute Maid Park. Of all places with that giant hill in center field. Very well might put him in, according to what Girardi said before today's game.
Incredible.
0-2 to Donahue. Fastball misses up high for ball 1.
I guess you're going to go out in style. If you're going to go out right, might as well.
Got nothing left to lose at this point. Yankees won't be making the playoffs. Astros won't be making the playoffs. And this is the end for Rivera, so if he gets hurt, he gets hurt. Obviously, that's not the way you want to go out.
No.
But Rivera, of course, is always known for shagging fly balls in center field during batting practice. It was how he infamously got hurt, tearing his ACL last year in Kansas City. So he might get a chance to do it in Houston this weekend. 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Garceau powering a fastball in on the outside corner. And for the right-hander, his 3rd strikeout of the night, 2 away.
I just love the sound in the pop of the glove of Ramon Castro that time. Really bringing it was Garceau in a big spot. Again, to try to limit the damage to the 1 run that's on the board here in the top of the 4th.
Again, that fastball from Garceau was lightning quick in Somerset in that start on September the 14th, and it made his curveball look even slower when he threw it. First pitch here misses low and away to Johnny Tucker, but he had that fastball working. The key again, he kept it down in the zone. Tonight he's left a few too many up, and the Patriots have 7 hits against them, but if he can get out of this big jam here and keep it 2-0, would be a big lift for the Ducks. Garceau's 1-0 to Tucker. Breaking ball chopped weakly here up the third base line. Charging in is Nelson. He will watch it roll, and that is going to stay fair.
Incredible.
Nothing Nelson could do about that one. Tucker is too quick. He was going to beat it out anyway, and the only chance for Nelson was to hope that that ball would roll foul. But it's the first hit of the night for Tucker, 4th hit of the inning for the Patriots, and they have the bases loaded with 2 out for Aaron Eggleston.
That thing just stayed dead straight in the dirt. Usually it's got some English on it. It'll take a little left turn. That's what Brian Nelson was hoping for. And early on here, Michael, a very big moment in this game. Top of the 4th, 2-0 Patriots, but now the bases loaded for Aaron Eggleston.
Ducks now getting out hit 8-0 in tonight's ball game. Here is Aaron Eggleston with the bags full of Patriots. First pitch to Eggleston. He will take a fastball up high, and it's 1-0. The keeper Garceau earlier in the game, he was throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. In this inning, all but one batter, I believe, has seen a first pitch ball. Here, again missing outside, and it's now 2-0 on Eggleston.
And no place to put him with the bases full, so Sean Garceau needs to bear down here and throw a strike to Eggleston, who's very interestingly been thrown out on 2 great defensive plays tonight.
2-0. There's a fastball strike right on the outside corner. Big strike there for the right-hander. It's 2-1. Again, Eggleston in the first, grounded 1 to third. A hard line drive that Nelson snared on the backhand and threw to first for the out. And then he singled in a right center field in the third, but Lou Ford made a great sliding play to cut it off and then threw to second to get him out, trying to stretch it to a double. And here Garceau throws a strike on the outside corner. It's 2-2.
Now 2 great pitches by Sean Garceau to go from 2-0 to 2-2, and now the crowd will begin that rhythmic clapping, hoping for the strikeout.
Some of the fans waving the title towels here at the Duck Pond. The 2-2 on the way to Eggleston is swung on and grounded to the right side, and the whole Josh Barfield fields, and he will throw to first to retire the jogging Aaron Eggleston, and that will do it here in the 4th. So a nice job by Garceau to get out of further trouble. Patriots do push across a run on 4 hits in the inning. They leave the bases loaded, and through 3.5, it's the Patriots 2 and the Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is catcher Ralph Enriquez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the Hebrew National Picnic Area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as a color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, display your group's artwork, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-DUCK and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. It's game time.
Well, fans, we want to thank you all season long for enjoying the taste of the Australian Outback at discounted prices just by attending Ducks home games here at Bethpage Ballpark. Now, Outback takes great pride in serving the freshest, highest quality foods possible. They're now open on Saturday and Sunday for lunch beginning at 11 a.m. You can join them every Wednesday as well for No Worries Wednesday with a complete meal for two starting at just $25. At Outback, it's all about the quality and all about the food. I am overdue at Outback Michael Pollock, and one of my first orders of business once the baseball season is done, Outback. Got to do it.
I told this on the broadcast last night to David Weiss. This past Sunday, after the Ducks had won the first round, had the pleasure of going to Yankee Stadium to watch the Mariano Rivera retirement ceremony. Very beautiful ceremony. Was starving after the game, needed a place to go with my mom for dinner. Where did we go? Outback Steakhouse in Bayside, and had a delicious meal. Sirloin steak, coconut shrimp,
nice,
sweet potato with honey butter and brown sugar, and to top it off, a Caesar salad.
Love the Outback.
Delicious.
You can't lose. You just can't lose. I've never been able to have dessert there in my life because I'm so full with the great meal you always get at Outback Steakhouse.
That was the first thing I said. I said, Mom, we got to decide if we're going to have dessert here or if we're going to go out somewhere. She goes, well, why don't you wait and see your meal? After the meal, I was done.
That's it.
No chance.
Nope.
Top of the order for the Ducks here in the fourth. First 9 have been retired by Roy Merritt. First pitch to Lou Ford here, and that is up and away for ball 1. Ducks losing 2-0 so far in tonight's ball game through the first 3.5. They're being out hit 8-0, but as we saw last night, Ducks are able to rally late despite getting no hit through the first 6 innings. And here Ford takes a big breaking ball outside, and he's quickly ahead here 2-0.
Just incredible how closely this resembles last night's game in every respect. The score, the fact there being no hit, how on Merritt is early here, just like Lowy a night ago.
First time he's gotten a 2-0 in this game, and Ford swings and fouls it off behind the plate. Count is now 2-1. I think the only difference to this point was that the first run for the Patriots tonight was on a sac fly and an unearned run, whereas last night it was the solo homer by Corey Smith.
And last night the Ducks did have a base runner in a walk. So far tonight, Roy Merritt again perfect, not just a no-hitter, but a perfect game through 3.
Lefty pitcher against the righty batter. Here comes the 2-1. Merritt kicks, fires, and Ford swings and misses. Cut through a fastball, and it's 2-2.
Oh boy, Ford has had so many of those home run swings since returning to Long Island, but did not hit a home run in those 17 regular season games, and now 5 games, or check it, 4 for Lou in the postseason.
Ford is a very good gap-to-gap hitter, good line drive hitter, and now a 2-2 coming from Merritt. Deals, Ford takes, it's low and inside, almost caught him on the back foot there. So the count now 3-2 on Ford. It'll be Josh Barfield and Bryant Nelson to follow as the Ducks trying to cut into the 2-0 Patriot lead. They get their first hit of the ballgame, first base runner as well. Merritt's 3-2 on the way. Ford swings, fists this one in the air to shallow right center field. Look, going out, the second baseman Sanchez, he can't make the catch, it's in for a base hit. So that ends the perfecto, it ends the no-hitter, and Lou Ford, to the Lou chants of the crowd, has a base hit.
It is really great how that thing has caught on with the fans chanting Lou every time he comes to home plate. And with the Ducks down 2, Michael, you know a bloop and a blast will tie the game. They got the bloop, and here's a guy who's got blasts in each of his last 2 games, Josh Barfield.
I'll tell you what, too. Ray Navarrete, of course, one of the most recognizable names in Ducks history, along with Justin Davies. But so many people have tied Lou Ford to the Ducks now in his great story last year, getting to the major leagues after starting the year with Long Island, being a part of that great 2011 Ducks team that came up just short in the championship series. And now here he has been terrific in returning to Long Island for the end of the regular season and the playoffs. Good lead at first, and the first pitch to Barfield is a fastball strike over the outside corner, 0-1.
Ford had hits in 16 of his 17 games in the regular season, and now hits in all 4 playoff games that he has played in, again sitting out Game 3 in the opening round with that foot injury.
He just finds a way to get on base. Merritt looks over to Ford at first. Now the 0-1, and Barfield takes a fastball low.
to even the count at 1-1. Barfield fly to right in the first inning, is only at bat of the game tonight. He is now 3 of 15 in the playoffs, but 2 homers, 5 runs batted in, and a couple runs scored. Ford being held on at first by Jeff Baisley after picking up the first hit of the game for Long Island. Here's the 1-1. And Barfield will swing and miss. Ball gets away from the catcher Donahue, and that's going to allow Ford to go to second. So Barfield cut through the breaking ball down low and looked initially like he might have fouled it off, but home plate umpire Chase Edmonds said immediately that he missed it, and on the wild pitch, Ducks have the runner at second base with no one out.
What a great opportunity for Long Island to get going here against what was a locked-in Roy Merritt. 9 up, 9 down to start the game, but the bloop single to Ford, now a breaking ball with a ton of spin on it that kicked away from Adam Donahue, and a man in scoring position. As Michael told you, nobody out. The key for Long Island here, trying to get back in the home fourth, down 2.
Of course, you'd love a home run, but you'll take the single right now, anything to keep this rally going. So it'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch coming to Barfield. Nelson waits on deck. Merritt looks to second. Ford takes his lead. Pitch to Barfield, swung on and slashed foul down the right field line and up onto the concourse.
And he was late on that fastball that time, just couldn't get around on it, and we'll see how Merritt fares here with a man on base for the first time in the game.
Good crowd on hand here tonight. Lots of fans here wearing their Ducks gear. They've got their title towels, and this is the final home game of the year for the Ducks. They will play the next 3 at most. Could be at least 1 depending on if the Ducks win tonight, at most 3 in Bridgewater, New Jersey at TD Bank Ballpark. 1-2 to Barfield. Ford takes his lead at second, and the pitch is a fastball low and inside. Now the Ducks working the count well here over the last couple innings against Merritt. It's now 2-2.
Merritt looks a little different here. It's not the same as when he was mowing him down in the first 3 innings, again retiring 9 in a row, 4 by strikeout.
Still very economical. 45 pitches for Merritt, 32 of them for strikes. The Ducks have their first runner in scoring position, first base runner overall on the base pass right now. 2-2 to Barfield. Check swing on a ball down in the dirt, and home plate umpire Chase Edmondson said that Barfield went around. Tag applied by Donahue. That is strikeout number 5 for Merritt, and it's the first out here in the fourth.
Michael, we talked about Merritt being drafted by the Mets back in 2007. Spent 5 years in the Mets organization. Started at rookie ball all the way up through AAA. Had an earned run average of under 4 in those 5 years, but never got the chance to play in Queens. So basically right up the Mets chain in a 5-year career, but never did get a chance to pitch in the big league.
Lives in Houston, Texas. He was a member of the Patriots again last season. Back for his second year. Last year, of course, Patriots missed the playoffs for a second straight year, which has been a rarity for the Somerset franchise, but back in the postseason, back in the championship series here in 2013. First pitch coming to Bryant Nelson from Merritt, and Nelson takes all the way and misses low and outside for ball 1. Nelson bounced to short in the first inning. His only at bat of the game. He is now 5 of 17 for the playoffs with a homer, 2 runs batted in, and 3 runs scored. Ford, the runner at second, 1 out, has decent speed. And here's Merritt's 1-0. He kicks and turns back to second to keep Ford close.
Nelson, one of those 5 Ducks that had hits in every game of the opening series, but again failed to come through last night. Brian going 0 for 3 with a walk and did strike out twice in the 1-run win for Long Island.
He's always been a clutch postseason performer. 1-0. He swings and fouls this one back to the screen. Another tough breaking ball from Merritt. That evens up the count at 1-1. Nelson this year had 11 home runs, and the power coming from the left side of the plate. Not typically a big power hitter from the right side of the dish. But here tonight with the lefty on the mound, he has to hit from the right-handed side. And Merritt with a count of 1-1 against him.
I wonder if that's something he thinks about, the fact that he hasn't homered right-handed all year.
Sure, it definitely creeps into his mind from time to time. 1-1. That fastball is low. On the count now, 2 balls and 1 strike on Nelson. Nelson in his 4th season as a Long Island Duck. Was here last year as well as 2007 and 2008. Head in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Merritt set at the belt. Kicks and fires, and Nelson swings and hits this one in the air to shallow right field. Charging in is Aldridge on the run. He makes the catch. Good running grab there by Aldridge, who got a late break on that baseball. Now to the leadoff single and a wild pitch, a strikeout and a flyout, 2 away here in the 4th inning.
So Merritt with a chance to wiggle out of this thing. Again, the Ducks had Lou Ford at second with nobody out. And now Bill Hall, again the only Duck with hits in every playoff game of the season coming in tonight, trying to keep the inning alive.
So Bill Hall will come to bat from the right side. He had a solo home run here last night, his first long ball of the postseason. This year hit 16 homers total, 13 of them coming here at Bethpage Ballpark, so he is very much enjoying hitting here at home, where he has a .276 average in the regular season, compared to .190 on the road. Merritt ready to go. Left-hander's first pitch on the way to Hall is a fastball strike over the middle of the plate, 0-1.
Also during the regular season, Hall had 3 of his 16 home runs against Somerset Patriot pitching. The Ducks won 8 of the 20 games in the season series.
Ducks were 8-12 against Somerset. The other team that played in the playoffs from the Freedom Division, Sugar Land, Ducks were just 3-17 against them. 0-1. That pitch is in for another called strike. 2 good fastballs from Merritt. Hall laid off both, and it's 0-2.
It really was a crazy season series, Michael, for the Ducks, who had winning records against every Liberty Division team and losing records against all 4 Freedom Division squads.
The Ducks did well against the Liberty Division, 8 games over 500 against them. We saw that in their 3-game sweep of the Blue Crabs in the first round, but this series certainly will be a much tougher task. Ducks went just 29-51 against the Freedom Division during the regular season. So it'll be an 0-2 upcoming here to Bill Hall. Ford at second with 2 out, Ducks trailing 2-0. Merritt kicks and fires, and Hall will take low. Laid off that breaking ball from Merritt, and it's 1-2. So the Ducks got the leadoff single to right by Lou Ford, a blooper over the head of the second baseman Yuneski Sanchez. Ford went to second on a wild pitch with Josh Barfield at the plate. But Barfield ended up striking out swinging on a check swing. Nelson fly to right. Ford still at second with 2 out. Ducks trying to get their first run of the night. If Hall can pick up a base hit. That'll be a 1-2 from the left-hander. Ford takes his lead. Merritt looks back at him, now deals to the plate, and Hall will swing and miss for strike 3. Cut through a fastball up and away. 6 strikeouts for Merritt, who has struck out 2 in each of the last 3 innings. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We have played 4 here at Bethpage Ballpark. It's Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Patriots 2 and the Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is right-handed pitcher Josh Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Swung on a hit well in the air deep to left center field. Rice chasing back to the warning track at the wall. He looks up, and you can't forget it. Ryan Strebe with a game-tying 2-run home run, his second of the year and the 100th for Long Island on the season.
That's right, Duck fans. On August 21st in Camden, that Ryan Strebe home run put the Long Island Ducks over the top. Their 100th homer of the season, which meant that once again, the Ducks have met the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Chappie's Funeral Homes donating $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Thanks to Chappie's and the Long Island Ducks, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Well, the final home game of the season for the Long Island Ducks. And fans, we want to thank you for stopping by to the Waddle Inn Shop all season long, where, of course, exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia was on sale. All proceeds from those items benefited the Quackerjack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. So always kind of weird, Michael, when the season will be over at home after tonight's game, and yet the fans don't know the fate of the franchise right now. They don't know, will they win the Atlantic League Championship? Will they lose it? It'll be decided on the road the next 3 days and nights over in Bridgewater, New Jersey. But I think fans just thrilled to get a couple of more home games, obviously 2 in the opening round and 2 here in the finals.
Yeah, it's always very nice to get back into the postseason for the Ducks, the 9th time in 10 years that the Ducks have been in the playoffs. So they have gotten back and gotten an opportunity to defend your Atlantic League title. That is something that, of course, you hope for at the beginning of the season after winning a championship is to have that chance to defend it in the playoffs. Ducks have gotten that. They've gotten back to a championship series for the third straight year, and it'll be a very tough series here against Somerset. They got a very, very nice win to start the series, coming from behind. They've got a tall task in front of them the rest of the way here in Game 2, and no matter what happens, whether they have to win 1 or 2 in Somerset, it will certainly not be easy. Yuneski Sanchez to lead off in the 5th. He takes a breaking ball strike from Sean Garceau, and it is 0-1. Patriots have gotten hits, at least one hit, in every inning of tonight's game. Single runs in the 2nd and the 4th have given them the 2-0 advantage. 0-1, and Sanchez takes low and outside to even the count at a ball and a strike. Sanchez 2 for 2 with a double and a single in his 2 at-bats tonight.
We'll talk about the Ducks, Michael. 3 straight years in the Atlantic League Championship Series. Of course, all of those under Kevin Baez, his first 3 years as manager.
1-1. That's hit on the ground is short. Lyons to his left. Fields on a couple hops. Throws to Strebe at first. Sanchez retired for the first time tonight, and there's one away. I also mentioned at the beginning of this series yesterday, and it's a matchup of 2 managers who in their first season as manager have made it to the Atlantic League Championship Series. Kevin Baez did so in 2011. Unfortunately for him, the York Revolution got hot and defeated the Ducks in 4 games, including Game 4 at Sovereign Bank Stadium in York, Pennsylvania. Kevin Baez saying before, hopefully it's the same fate for Brett Jody in his first year as manager, who took over for Sparky Lyle. This is his first season managing the Patriots.
Well, very nice, but it has been an amazing run by Kevin. And again, in a second here, I'll compare it to what happened prior to Kevin Baez, which really makes it that much more amazing.
First pitch to Corey Aldridge, out in front. He chops it foul at the plate, count 0-1.
Yeah, Ducks in their first 11 years, Michael, 1 championship series appearance in 2004. Of course, they won it all. But in those 11 years, you're talking about managers Buddy Harrelson, Don McCormick, Dave LaPointe, Gary Carter. Those 4 men got the Ducks to the finals 1 time in 11 years. Kevin Baez 3 times in 3 years. It's really incredible.
I wasn't here at the time, but 2005 through 2009, every year Ducks were bounced in the first round. That had to have been tough. This pitch misses low and away to even the count at 1-1, and after missing the playoffs in 2010 under Dave LaPointe, Kevin Baez became the manager for 2011, and every year he has been at the helm, Ducks have made it to the championship series. 1-1, Aldridge swings, grounds it right side, and the whole Barfield will field. Strebe went after it, so it's the pitcher Garceau covering. That'll go down as a 4-1 putout, and it's the second out here in the 5th.
Of course, Mikey, you talk about those middle years, if you will, where the Ducks would bounce in the opening round. The opening round used to be 2 out of 3. So they would be 2 games and out, 2 games and out, 2 games and out. Finally, in 2009, the league went to a best-of-5 opening round series. And actually, this year is the first time since they went to that 2 teams swept their way into the Atlantic League Championship Series. It had never happened since they went to a best-of-5 in 2009.
From Game 2 of the 2005 North Division Championship Series, as the first pitch misses for ball 1, through Game 2 of the 2009 Liberty Division Championship Series, Ducks had lost 10 consecutive playoff games, as this is taken for a called strike. Ducks finally came home, won Games 3 and 4 of the 2009 LDCS against Southern Maryland before losing Game 5 here at home, and again missed the playoffs in 2010. As a 1-1 is swung on and missed, but the Ducks got back to some winning ways. They won in the first round against Southern Maryland before losing in the championship series to York in 2011. Won both the Liberty Division Championship Series and ALCS against Southern Maryland and Lancaster, respectively, last year. 3-game sweep in the first round this year against Southern Maryland, and a Game 1 win here against Somerset. Smith swings and misses for strike 3. Dominant inning there for Garceau as he retires the side in order for the first time tonight. Patriots go down 1-2-3. We're halfway through here tonight in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Patriots 2 and the Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is Ray Navarrete, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, it's happening again. I know our electric costs went down after all that new lighting you did through LIPA's lighting retrofit program, but this month's bill is even lower. Should I contact LIPA this time?
No, Millie. There's still nothing wrong with our LIPA bill. This time I took advantage of LIPA's AC retrofit program. Our central air system was, let's say, not too efficient anymore. You remember last summer. With LIPA's AC retrofit program, I replaced all our units, here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's increased rebates and lower cooling costs every summer, our new AC systems will pay for themselves in just a few years.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you did it again! You saved more!
LIPA's commercial AC retrofit program can reduce your cooling costs by up to 30%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Ducks trailing 2-0 as we go to the last of the fifth, the final home game of the season, as we mentioned, and also the final home game ever for Ray Navarrete, who is in uniform tonight but not in the starting lineup. And Michael, it deserves mentioning some of the final numbers for Ray Navarrete. Regular season numbers, final number of games played in the Atlantic League, 939, number 2 all-time, 1,031 hits, number 2 all-time. Only Jeff Nettles, the great Somerset Patriot, had more in either of those categories. His Duck numbers, 863 regular season games for the Ducks, 963 hits as a Duck. Again, number 1 all-time in those two categories in just about every offensive category. The 35-year-old, 8 years with the Ducks, 9 years in the Atlantic League, 14 years of professional baseball since leaving Seton Hall College back in 2000. And again, is tonight his final home game ever in the green and orange.
And, of course, you had Justin Davies, who was here with the Ducks from 2000 to 2005, kind of the first face of the franchise. Ray Navarrete, the last 8 years, being the second face of the franchise. So it'll be interesting to see who becomes that next person. Of course, the Ducks have a couple guys on their team now who have been here for 3 seasons. Lyons is one, Binnick is another. Bob Zimmerman has been here 3 straight years as Adam Bailey takes a big breaking ball for strike 1. So it'll just be interesting to see who that next person is that comes in and becomes that face that fans recognize the most here in a Ducks uniform.
And you got to put Doug Jennings in that early group
That's
as well.
true.
He and Justin Davies were here the first 6 years together. Yep.
Very, very true. 0-1, that's way upstairs. And the count even at 1-1 on Bailey, who struck out swinging his first time up. That was back in the second inning. Ducks have just 1 hit on the night, the leadoff single in the 4th by Lou Ford, who was stranded at second base. Nice job by Merritt to get through Barfield, Nelson, and Hall without allowing any further base runners. 1-1, grounded foul, first base side. And Bailey now behind in the count, 1-2.
But it is it. For 14 years, it's been either Justin Davies, Doug Jennings, or Ray Navarrete that fans have looked forward to seeing, that one constant, if you will, in the order every single night or in uniform every single night. And you mentioned a couple of potential successors, but those easily are the 3 best players in franchise history. Very tough acts to live up to.
And, of course, next year will be the 15th anniversary season for the Long Island Ducks. 1-2, swung and grounded here, left side. The shortstop Sanchez to his right, fields off balance throw, just gets Bailey at first. Nice play by Angel Sanchez for the first out here in the 5th.
The next year will be the 10th anniversary of the first championship the Ducks won, of course, 9 years ago tonight in Camden, New Jersey. September 26, 2004, a Sunday night at that time victory for Long Island to sweep the River Sharks and raise their first trophy in what was their 5th anniversary season.
So, 1 out, base is empty, and here is Ramon Castro, the catcher and 6-hitter. He, too, struck out his first time up. Right now, the left-hander Merritt with 6 strikeouts on the evening. First pitch on the way, Castro takes. It is a strike at the belt to Castro, who thought it was a bit high, and the count 0-1. Castro so far just 1 hit in the postseason. He also has a sacrifice fly. He is trying to get his bat going here in the postseason for Long Island, and it'll be an 0-1. This is a breaking ball that is chopped foul off the front foot of the Ducks catcher. And he is now hobbled over just to the first base side of home plate with a count of 0-2.
That went a long way, too, Michael. That went right into the glove of Corey Smith at third. Usually, foul balls off the foot don't go quite that far. And Ramon's going to have to walk it off here as Adam Donahue goes out to chat with his left-hander, Roy Merritt. Boy, that was one tough ball to go off your foot. Must have hit the bone to go all the way out to third base. You get some flesh, it's going to dribble up the third base line.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't feel too well, and for a guy who's got to crouch behind home plate all night, got to try and shake that pain off. But we saw Lou Ford foul a ball off his foot here in Game 2, had a missed Game 3 as he was dealing with soreness in that foot. Ray Navarrete ended up being in the starting lineup. Ralph Enriquez also caught that game after the long bus trip overnight. No off days here in the playoffs. In the first round, Ducks played Game 2 here Thursday night and Game 3 on Friday in Southern Maryland. 0-2. Castro takes. It's a called strike 3. Fastball over the inside corner. 7 strikeouts for Roy Merritt. And now 5 straight retired after the leadoff single by Ford in the 4th.
Well, again, the good news for the Ducks, it can be an hour-and-a-half ride tonight 90 miles, doing it in about an hour and a half with no traffic. And again, that's why we encourage all Duck fans to head on over to New Jersey this weekend. Friday at 7, Saturday at 7, Sunday at 5 are the scheduled times, if necessary, all three of those games. And beautiful park over there, great atmosphere. They've been doing it a long time in Bridgewater, New Jersey, so come on out and support the Fly.
Yeah, very similar ballpark to here in Central Islip at Bethpage Ballpark, but I'm sure Patriots fans will be in attendance and rooting on their hometown team as they try and win their league record 6th Atlantic League title. Ducks going for their 3rd. First pitch from Merritt to Strebe, and there's a fastball that misses just low. It's 1-0 on Strebe, who was a strikeout victim in the 3rd. He was struck out looking to lead off that 3rd inning. Merritt tonight with 7 strikeouts, 3 of them looking, 4 of them swinging. Here comes the 1-0. Strebe swings, grounds this one to 3rd. Corey Smith on a couple hops, throws across the diamond in time for the out. And another 1-2-3 inning for Roy Merritt, who has looked very strong here tonight through 5. To the 6th inning we go here in Game 2. Patriots 2, the Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I could live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Well, Duck fans, we want to thank you for following along all season long as the Long Island Ducks tried to meet the Chappies Home Run Challenge. They needed 100 home runs in the regular season. They hit 115, and our friends at Chappies donated $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappies Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks hit 3 home runs in the 3-game sweep of Southern Maryland in the opening round, and last night a pair of home runs off the bat of Hall and Barfield to account for all 4 runs in the 1-run victory over Somerset in Game 1 of this championship series.
Well, the Ducks now with 5 home runs here in the playoffs, but the Somerset Patriots starting pitching staff has done a very nice job here in this series. Josh Lowy last night took a no-hitter into the 7th inning before serving up the home run to Bill Hall. That ended his night before the Somerset bullpen gave up the lead and allowed the Ducks to come back and win the game. Tonight, Roy Merritt has given up just 1 hit through the first 5 innings, a single to Lou Ford. The Patriots pitching staff was very good this season, 3.62 ERA in the regular season and 90 wins. First pitch is grounded foul up the third base line by Jeff Baisley for strike 1. Only one pitching staff was better, and that was Sugarland, who had a 3.20 earned run average and 95 wins on the season.
Really just an incredible combination to have the best hitting team, the second best pitching team, the most runs scored in the league. And again, in any other year, it would have been one of the great years in Atlantic League history as they win 90 games, but the Skeeters win 95 to set a new record. But the 90 victories, a franchise record for Somerset.
Here's the 0-1 to Baisley. Big breaking ball drops in for a strike 2 to Baisley, who is 1 for 2 on the night with the RBI single in the 4th. I don't know, I'm pretty sure everybody would say this, how shocked they were to see Somerset sweep the Skeeters in the first round. You knew Somerset had a very good chance to win that series, as did Sugarland. Both teams were very good, but to see Sugarland after 95 wins not win one postseason game.
Incredible. 3 one-run losses. And the other thing, Michael, for the 4th straight year, the best regular season team in the Atlantic League will not win the Atlantic League championship.
Yeah, it's hard to tell a team don't win the most games in the league during the regular season, but that has been the case every year, that curse on the team who won the most games during the season. Baisley fouls one back, keeps the count at 1-2. But Sugarland has their first trip to the postseason erased quickly with
3 wins from Somerset. And now the Patriots and Ducks, 2 of the most successful franchises in league history, playing for this year's Atlantic League title. 1 ball, 2 strike from Garceau. Hit in the air to shallow center. The shortstop, Lyons, going out. Settles under it, makes the catch in shallow center. Baisley retired, and there's 1 away here in the 6th.
Interesting to see how Garceau responds here, Michael. He had that very long 4th inning where 7 men came to the plate. They got a run on 4 hits. He stranded 3, left the bases loaded, ended, and then finally his first 1-2-3 inning in the 5th. So a good start here on the pop-up to short, but sometimes those quick innings can give you confidence. You want to get right back out there and do it again after by far his longest inning of the night in the visitors' 4th.
So with 1 out and the bases empty, here is Eddie Martinez-Esteve, the 7-hitter and DH. First pitch, and he will take a fastball strike on the inside corner. In his first outing against Southern Maryland in the postseason, he allowed just 1 run through the first 5 innings, was getting into some jams but got out of it, then ran into some more trouble in the 6th and the 7th, as this taken for strike 2. So Garceau here appears to be getting stronger as this game has gone on, especially over the last couple of innings, versus last time where he got a little bit weaker. 0-2 is up high. And the count now 1-2 on Martinez-Esteve, who was 0-for-2 with a pair of flyouts. Fly to right in the 2nd and to center in the 4th. Infield very slightly shifted around to the left side. Martinez-Esteve puts the hand up high in the air to ask for time. Now asks for time again as Garceau was about to deliver the windup. Now the 1 ball, 2 strike offering is low and away. Skips away from Castro to even the count at 2-2.
That was a hard slider. I haven't seen too many of those tonight from Sean Garceau, who's gone mostly with the fastball and the curve. And boy, did that have a lot of bite in it, just kicking behind Ramon Castro. And luckily for the Ducks, again, nobody on base.
Wasting the last 2 pitches after getting the first 2 strikes, trying to get him to chase. Now the 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3. Excellent curveball for Garceau. Strikeout number 5 on the night and 2 away here in the 6th inning.
Well, very quietly, 6 in a row retired by Long Island's right-hander since the infield single by Johnny Tucker loaded the bases back in the 4th.
Right-hander has matched his strikeout total from his first postseason outing this year. He struck out 5 6 2/3 against Southern Maryland back on September the 19th. So 2 away, bases empty. Here is Angel Sanchez. First pitch, and he lifts this one in the air to right field. Adam Bailey over to his right a couple steps. He'll make the catch. And back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Sean Garceau, who has now retired 7 straight. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It's still the Patriots 2 and the Ducks nothing.
Hi, this is Josh Barfield, second baseman for the Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Chris King and Michael Pollock back at Bethpage Ballpark, where we head to the last of the 6th of Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Duck lead the series 1-0, but the Somerset Patriots with a 2-0 lead, and we thank everybody tuning in all around the Atlantic League tonight. Those down in Sugar Land, Texas, Skeeter fans checking in to see what's going on. Of course, in York and Lancaster, PA, in Waldorf, Maryland, in Camden, New Jersey, in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and of course in Bridgewater, New Jersey as well, where the Ducks and Patriots will head immediately following tonight's game. Or no matter where you are tonight, doesn't matter if you're not in an Atlantic League city. We do thank you for spending part of your Thursday evening with us here at liducks.com and of course youtube.com/DucksBaseball. Thanks so much for making championship baseball a part of your evening.
And Chris, of course, as we mentioned, this is the last home game for the Long Island Ducks this year. And as part of the Ducks front office staff, I want to thank all the fans who have come out all season long here at Bethpage Ballpark. Second in the Atlantic League in average attendance again this year. And the Ducks, again, could not do it without some of the best fans in baseball as they consistently come out here in Central Islip to support Long Island's hometown team. And as it looks, the only New York baseball team to make the postseason this year. Yankees eliminated yesterday. Mets were eliminated a long time ago, of course. I don't believe the Staten Island Yankees or Brooklyn Cyclones made it either.
They are done. Those short seasons long gone. So you're right, Michael. Postseason baseball, you want to see it in New York? Well, it was right here at Bethpage Ballpark, but it'll be just over in New Jersey. Again, for the folks that are familiar with the bridges from the Outer Bridge crossing, you go about 20 minutes over the Outer Bridge, and you'll be in Bridgewater, New Jersey, at TD Bank Ballpark for the next couple of games of this series.
Really very easy to get over there to TD Bank Ballpark. Nice ballpark, nice community. Lots around the ballpark as well. Here's Craig Binnick to lead off in the 6th. First pitch from Merritt is on the outside corner for strike 1. And it should be exciting no matter what happens. If the Ducks win tonight, then they will have 3 chances to get that one final win to give them their 2nd straight Atlantic League title. If the Patriots win, it'll be a best-of-3 series with the first team to win 2 of the 3 to win the title. Binnick takes low and away here. It's now 1-1. Binnick tonight, 1 at bat. He flied to right in the 3rd, ending an 8-pitch at bat against Merritt.
How about Merritt, Michael? He has retired 15 of the 16 Ducks he's faced tonight.
Been terrific so far. 1-1 is low and inside. And it's now 2-1. Patriots fans and Ducks fans dueling here at Bethpage Ballpark. The contingent of Patriots fans off on the third base side and up in the suites. And the Ducks fans throughout the rest of the ballpark going back and forth. 2-1 count here on Binnick. Ready to go is Merritt. Kicks and fires. Binnick swings, fouls one off down the right field line, slicing out of play, and it's 2-2.
Again, Lou Ford, the only hit of the game tonight, a bloop single to right center in the home 4th. He's been the only base runner of the game for Long Island. So Roy Merritt, not just the one base hit only against, no walks. So he's had only one man on base all night, and we're in the 6th inning.
67 pitches for Merritt, 47 strikes, 2-2. Binnick fouls it off again, first base side this time up into the suite level. That'll keep the count even on the Ducks' 3rd-year left fielder. He has played left and center and right in his time with the Ducks, but mostly this year in left field, especially since the addition of Lou Ford. 2-2 the count. Merritt from the stretch deals, and Binnick hits a hard ground ball to short. Tough hop for Sanchez, stays with it. His throw to first, just in time to retire Binnick. And there's one away. So Binnick now 0 for 2, and that is now 7 straight retired since the single by Ford. I'll bring up the 9-hitter and shortstop, Dan Lyons.
Well, Mike, we've talked a lot about Merritt, how he's pitched 38 games this year, but only 7 of those as a starter. His playoff performance in their clincher over Sugar Land was his longest outing of the year. 7 1/3 is the most he's gone. He only had one other 7-inning stint. So as you mentioned, he's been extremely efficient, but I highly doubt he's going to be able to finish this one out no matter what the Ducks do against him. So, as you said, Long Island needs to get to that bullpen the way he's going.
First pitch here to Lyons, takes a breaking ball and misses down and in for ball 1. In that game, Merritt did not allow any runs through the first 7 innings, but tired in the 8th, gave up 4 runs as Sugar Land made it a 1-run game, but Somerset was able to use a trio of 3 relievers to close it out. Here's the 1-0 to Lyons. He will take a fastball strike over the inside corner. It's 1-1. Ducks just haven't had very many good swings here. Good contact against Merritt tonight. We saw last night, Ducks were no hit through the first 6 innings, but finally able to get the offense going in the 7th. 1-1. That's inside. It hit Lyons on the foot. So the Ducks get their first base runner since Ford in the 4th. And that will bring the tying run to the plate in Lou Ford.
And remember, Michael, last night, this is where Lowey started to show some of that tiredness as well. Remember, he walked a pair of Ducks in the 6th inning. He did keep the no-hitter intact, but he ran long in the counts. He walked 2 men, and then eventually they got to him in the 7th with that Bill Hall homer to lead it off, which was the final pitch he threw. So perhaps the same thing happening here to Merritt as he hits Lyons on the foot. And boy, as bad as the Ducks have been outplayed in this game, out-hit 8-1. If Lou Ford goes yard, it's a tie ball game.
Got to give a lot of credit to Sean Garceau, who's given up 8 hits tonight, but again, just 2 runs. We saw the Ducks got 4 runs last night on only 4 hits, and it was enough to get the win. First pitch to Ford. He cranks one deep down the left field line, but it's going to hook foul. Home run distance, but hooked to the left, and it's 0-1.
Just out in front, but again, you remember earlier in the game, he was late on a couple of those fastballs, so I don't know if it means that Merritt is slowing down just a little bit, but Ford just a little too anxious, or else that could have been a tie ball game.
And Ford blooped a single in a right center in the 4th inning, grounded to short in the 1st. 0-1 pitch. That fastball is low, and leaving up the count at 1-1. Josh Lowry's pitch count was a little bit higher than Merritt's is right now at this point last night. But again, the Patriots left-hander, only 7 starts this year. The Ducks starting to get a little bit more patient with him as the game has gone on. 1-1. Hit well in the air again down the left field line, back towards the pole, and again, it hooks just foul.
Oh, I think Duck fans were hoping for a ping there, Michael. They just wanted to hear it hit that foul pole 325 feet away down the left field line. But a couple of long foul balls in which he was early on the swing.
Good to see the Ducks getting some hard-hit baseballs here off of Merritt. Ford just a little bit out in front. Lions the speedy runner at first with 1 out. And now Merritt's 1-2 to Ford. Is swung and hit deep in the air to left field again. Going back is the left fielder Eggleston. The warning track, the wall, and you can forget it. Lou Ford, first home run of 2013 as a Long Island Duck. It comes here in Game 2 of the postseason, and it ties the game at 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Unbelievable. You could see it coming. The 2 long, loud foul balls finally puts it between the lines. A towering shot to left, and on just their 2nd hit of the night, both off the bat of Lou Ford, the Ducks have incredibly tied this game at 2 here in the 6th.
The Cardiac Quacks have come back again. Trailing 2-0 last night, they rallied to take a 4-2 lead and win it 4-3. And here tonight, with just 1 hit through the first 5 innings, a 2-run homer by Lou Ford in the 6th has tied the game at 2. Here's Josh Barfield, and the first pitch is swung on and hit in the air to right center field well. Going back is Aldridge on the run. He reaches up, and he can't make the catch. It's one hopping over the wall. A ground rule double for Barfield, and the Ducks have a runner at second with 1 away.
Barfield in his home run trot, but clearly it bounced over the wall. And boy, we talked about Merritt perhaps hitting the wall here. And out comes the pitching coach to chat with him. So Roy Merritt cruising along through the opening 5 innings, allowing only 1 base runner, has hit a batter, given up a 2-run homer, and now a double the opposite way for Josh Barfield, the go-ahead run in scoring position for Long Island here in the 6th.
Well, for a 2nd straight night, this ballpark has erupted on a home run. Last night it was extremely loud here when Josh Barfield crushed that 3-run home run in the 8th inning, and here Lou Ford, a fan favorite at Bethpage Ballpark, hits Long Island's 6th home run of the playoffs. Again, they hit 115 in the regular season to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge at Chappie's Funeral Homes, donating $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. And here tonight, Ford has come up with the big hit after Lyons was hit by a pitch. Ford hits the homer, Barfield with the ground rule double, and now the Ducks have the go-ahead run at second with 1 out for Bryant Nelson.
I told you, Michael, it was surprising he hadn't homered. It took him 21 games this year for Ford to hit his first homer. 17 regular season games, no home runs, and tonight, in his 4th playoff game, he finally goes yard. Boy, did he save it for a big spot.
You got to think one of the first words he uttered when he got to the dugout was finally.
Yes, exactly.
So here is Nelson 0 for 2 on the night. Let's go, Ducks chant up from the crowd. First pitch to Nelson. He takes a breaking ball low and inside. That almost caught him on the foot. And the count 1-0, and Merritt here seems to be struggling big time in the 6th inning. Got the first out as Binnick grounded to short, but Merritt missed down and in, hit Lyons on the foot. Ford, after fouling 2 pitches off, well in range of home run distance, just fouled down the left field line. Hits the 2-run home run. Barfield swings first pitch and hits the ground rule double to right center. And now Nelson ahead 1-0. Barfield with a good lead at second. Here's the pitch. Nelson takes low again. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. And you have to think Brett Jody starting to get some action in his bullpen.
I just saw their pitching coach Corey Dommel signal down to the bullpen to see if somebody was ready. So after the visit to the mound, I think they're just buying time now to get somebody into this game, because clearly Merritt has not been the same guy here in the 6th that he was through the first 5 frames.
So here comes a 2-0. Good hitter's pitch up coming. Merritt deals, and Nelson swings and grounds one up the middle. That is going to get through. It's a base hit for Nelson. Barfield around third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time. It's an RBI single to center for Bryant Nelson. 3 in the inning for Long Island, and they lead it 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th.
Now, just incredible. We talk about how clutch Nelly can be. And the Ducks held to 1 base hit through the first 5 innings, have 3 straight hits now off Merritt. A homer, a double, a single, and their first lead of the night, a 3-spot in the last of the 6th.
Bethpage Ballpark, which was quiet through the first 5 innings with Roy Merritt dealing on the mound, has come to life here in the 6th. Ducks have their first lead of the evening. And now here is Bill Hall with a runner at first and 1 away. So the Ducks now with 4 hits in the game, still being out hit 8-4, but they lead 3-2. First pitch to Hall, he takes up and away. Another first pitch ball from Merritt, and it's 1-0.
Just the wheels falling off for Roy Merritt, and again, you didn't really see it coming through the first 5 innings. The only indication when he hits Lyons on the foot that maybe he's tiring a bit, the homer, the double, and the single all follow.
The way it's been for the Ducks this year, you open the door a crack, especially here in the postseason, and they are taking advantage. 1-0. And Hall takes a strike at the knees on the outside corner. Fans didn't like it. It's 1-1. Hall popped to second in the 2nd inning, struck out swinging in the 4th with Ford at second and 2 away. And now the Ducks here with Nelson at first, 1 out, and lead by 1. So it'll be interesting to see how Kevin Baez handles it here over the final 3 innings if he sends Garceau back out for the 7th, and then you go Jared Lansford and Leo Rosales. 1-1. Hall takes way inside. Good scoop out of the dirt by Adam Donaghy. As that keeps Nelson at first, and the count now 2-1.
The Patriots with only 2 left-handed batters in their lineup tonight, Aaron Eggleston and Corey Aldridge. They're in the 2 and 4 spots, and right now they're at 9-1-2 in that order. So I would think the way Garceau, especially Michael, has righted himself the last couple of innings, that he would try to go 7, and as you mentioned, that bridge being Jared Lansford to the closer, Leo Rosales, would be the formula for Baez and Long Island.
Ducks, of course, still trying to get some more insurance here in the 6th. 3 already in. Runner at first, 1 out. 2-1 to Hall. And he takes low from Merritt. It's now 3-1, and he is 1 pitch away from allowing the 5th straight Ducks hitter to reach base. Adam Bailey waiting on deck. A hit batter, a homer, a double, and an RBI single have given the Ducks 3 here in the 6th to take a 3-2 lead.
The title towels are going crazy now all around the ballpark.
So here comes a 3-1 to Hall. We'll see if he's ready to hack or if he'll take another strike. Nelson leads at first. Merritt kicks and fires, and Hall will swing and miss. Home run hack there, and he cut through it. Count full at 3-2.
Well, he got his money's worth, no doubt about it, and after watching what Lou Ford did, he wants to get a piece of that as well. And now it'll be an interesting decision here. Do you think Kevin Baez will send Bryant Nelson on a payoff pitch with 1 away?
With Bill Hall at the plate, I don't think so. He has struck out an awful lot this year. Not a guy who really always puts good contact on it, so I don't think they'll risk the runner there. Well, we shall see. Nelson takes his lead. He's being held on by Jeff Baisley. 3-2 coming. Runner doesn't go, and Hall checks his swing and fouls it off at the plate. Pitch was coming up and in, and Hall checked the swing, but it hit off the knob of the bat.
That had a chance of getting him on the hand there. It was so tight to his fist, but got all wood, you could hear it. And now this crowd still squarely behind Bill Hall as they hope this bottom of the 6th rally continues. The Ducks already with 3 runs in and still just 1 out.
Roy Merritt's pitch count now up to 85 for the game. Check that, 86. Inning started, he was in the mid-60s. So Hall will see another 3-ball, 2-strike offering from Merritt. Nelson, a few steps off first. Left-hander kicks and fires, and Hall will swing and hit one high in the air to center field. Moving over towards right center is Johnny Tucker. He will make the catch. So Nelson will have to stay put at first as Merritt wins the battle with Hall, and there's 2 away.
And ends that little run of 4 straight Ducks reaching base on a hit batter, a homer, a double, a single. And let's see, though, if Adam Bailey can add some finishing touches here on what's been an incredible inning for Long Island.
So Nelson still at first with 2 away. And here's the lefty-lefty matchup between Merritt and Bailey. Bailey 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, grounded to short in the 5th. First pitch from Merritt. Nelson goes. Bailey takes a breaking ball strike. The throw to second is not in time. Nelson gets in there safely. It's a stolen base for Brian Nelson.
Isn't he incredible the way he steals, Michael? Again, off a left-hander, no less. He was 11 for 11 in the regular season. The 39-year-old didn't get caught stealing once in the regular season, and now he has a postseason swipe where a base hit now could add a huge insurance run. Boy, is he a smart base runner.
He just times it very well. Has done it all year and just beat the throw from Adam Donahue to second. So Nelson at second with 2 away. Here comes an 0-1 to Bailey. Merritt looks to second. Kicks, fires, and Bailey will take way outside on a breaking ball. It's even at 1-1.
Merritt's trying to strike him out like he did back in the second, where he got him to chase a bunch of those breaking balls off the plate.
Bailey had a big insurance hit in Game 3 of the first round, an RBI single in the 7th inning that made a 3-1 game a 4-1 lead for Long Island. He's driven in 2 in the postseason on the 1-1. Another breaking ball. It misses low and away, and it's 2-1 on the left-hander Bailey.
You can see Bailey really went to school in that first at-bat, Michael, where he was chasing pitches like that. Now realizes he can't get that curveball with the proverbial 10-foot pole, so he's laying off it.
Ducks as a whole have been a lot more patient with Merritt as this game has gone on. 2-1 pitch. Bailey hits one well, deep to right field. Aldridge going back, warning track at the wall, and he makes the catch. Oh, Adam Bailey just misses a 2-run home run to right. Looked good off the bat, but Aldridge makes the catch at the wall, and that retires the side. However, the Ducks have taken the lead. They get 3 runs on 3 hits and a hit batter. They leave 1 on the base pass, and through 6 tonight, it's now the Ducks 3 and the Patriots 2.
Hi, this is pitcher Jared Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Amy Cornella, age 17.
Last year, 49 people a day died from a totally preventable national public health problem. 49 people a day were killed at the hands of drunk drivers. So the next time you're drinking and you're thinking about driving, ask yourself, do you really want to add to this list?
Elijah Anthony Michael Burrow Sealy, age 2 months.
Stay alive. Don't drink and drive. A message from Suffolk County Stop DWI.
Long Island has rallied once again, and here in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series, Ducks had just 1 hit through the first 5 innings tonight. We're trailing 2-0 going into the bottom of the 6th. But Roy Merritt comes undone. The Ducks get 3 runs in the inning, including a game-tying 2-run homer by Lou Ford and an RBI single to center by Bryant Nelson. And Long Island now on top 3-2. Sean Garceau back on the mound to begin the 7th inning. And hey, Ducks fans, you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more year-round. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. So the Ducks take a 3-2 lead into the 7th. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Patriots. Adam Donahue to start, Johnny Tucker and Aaron Eggleston to follow against Sean Garceau, who struggled a little bit at the beginning but has since retired 7 straight. First pitch to Donahue, and he takes a big breaking ball over the inside corner for strike 1. 0 for 2 nights so far for Donahue. He grounded a third in the 2nd and struck out swinging in the 4th. Garceau's 0-1. Big breaking ball, another strike, and it's 0-2 on the Patriot catcher.
You got to think that big 3-run 6th is going to give Garceau even more confidence now, pitching with a lead for the first time tonight.
0-2, popped up on the infield. Who's going to make the catch? Castro tosses away the mask. Behind home plate, he will make the catch. So Donahue retired for the 3rd time tonight, and there's 1 away.
A little bit of a snatch catch for Ramon Castro there. Not an easy thing to do with a catcher's glove on a pop-up that's not intended to catch balls like that, but you put a little flash into it there, a little hot dog action for Ramon.
So Castro gets the first out of the inning. Now back to the top of the order for Johnny Tucker, who last time reached on a dribbler up the third base line that just managed to stay fair. Garceau's first pitch on the way, and that fastball is up high for ball 1. That base hit gave the Patriots the bases loaded with 2 out in the 4th, but Aaron Eggleston grounded to second to end that inning. That since has appeared to give Garceau a lift. 1-0. High fly ball, right center field. Moving over to his right is Adam Bailey. Camps under it, makes the catch. 2 batters up, 2 batters down here in the 7th inning for the Patriots.
And Garceau now with 9 in a row retired since that dribbler by Tucker. So just like the pitchers last night, I believe Brownell had a run of 8 in a row retired, and Lowey had 13 in a row retired at one point as he took that no-hitter into the 7th. Pitching has dominated, and again, we had a 1-run game last night. We got a 1-run game right now, with the Ducks leading by 1 in the 7th.
Pitching as a whole is key, but starting pitching especially, and the Ducks so far have gotten 2 very good starts from their starters here in the championship series. First pitch misses a little bit high to Aaron Eggleston for ball 1. Again, Eggleston tonight is 1 for 3. Last time up, bounced to second to end that 4th inning, leave the bases loaded. 1-0 here is cranked in the air to right field towards the line. Long run for Adam Bailey, racing over. He slides, and he makes the catch! What? Oh, no, he didn't. He dropped the ball.
I think the Ducks are going to claim
Bailey has the ball in his glove, and the first base umpire, Matt Hensel, is saying that the ball hit the ground.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to say that he caught it, held it, and then when it hit the ground, came out. I believe that's what Josh Barfield, the second baseman, is claiming out there. And here goes Kevin Baez to argue with Matt Hensel. That looked like an amazing catch by Adam Bailey, but Hensel was way out there, and he may claim that he didn't hold it long enough for the out, which would be a huge call to keep the at-bat and the inning alive for Eggleston and the Patriots.
Looking at the replay here, it looked like Bailey had it, and then it came out of his glove after he fell down.
Do we have replay in the Atlantic League?
We don't have replay, but
I'm
watching the video stream here, and it was a little bit delayed, and it looked as though that he came up with it, and then the ball came out of his glove after he hit the ground, almost like the NFL rule where the ground can't cause a fumble.
That's right.
But Matt Hensel saying that he lost the ball before he hit the ground. That's obviously too far for us to tell from the naked eye down the right field line from where we are sitting behind home plate. But that looked like it was a spectacular catch from Adam Bailey. But Matt Hensel says no, and now the count 1-1.
And it was interesting, Michael, as you talked about, we were able to see the delayed feed on YouTube.com, and we did see the white of the ball come out of his glove before I think he probably rolled it back in. So give Hensel credit for getting way out there. Again, the first base umpire was well down the right field line, and let's see if Garceau can pick up his teammate here and get him anyway.
So the 1-1 here is taken low and outside for ball 2. Eggleston with a good swing there. Looked like it was hit well off the bat, but not well enough, and Adam Bailey almost made a spectacular grab. 2-1 Eggleston. There's a good curveball for a strike. That evens up the count at 2-2.
Again, it was in foul territory, so obviously it wouldn't have been a hit, but it would have been the end of the inning.
So Garceau looking for a third straight 1-2-3 inning. Right-hander gets the sign from Castro out of the windup. 2-2. Popped up foul over the screen and behind home plate. Eggleston chasing a high fastball there and just caught a piece to foul it back. Ducks lead at 3-2. They are being out hit 8-4. Only error of the game coming from Long Island shortstop Dan Lyons. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and the base is empty. Here's Garceau's 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Excellent breaking ball for the right-hander, and he has now retired 10 straight Patriots hitters and keeps Somerset off the scoreboard in the 7th. It is time to stretch here at Bethpage Ballpark. Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Ducks 3 and the Patriots 2.
Hi, this is pitcher Pete Bukovitz, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, I just opened our electric bill. There must be some mistake.
Yes, Millie, what would that be?
It's so much lower. It must be wrong. Should I contact LIPA?
No, Millie. There's nothing wrong with our bill. It's all the new lighting we've installed. Our lighting contractor told me about LIPA's new commercial lighting retrofit program. We were able to upgrade all our lighting here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's new higher rebates, our new lighting will pay for itself in less than a year, including our contractor costs, not to mention how this will help improve our sales. And as you see, it's costing us a lot less for electricity.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you really do know how to save more.
LIPA's commercial lighting retrofit program can reduce your lighting electric costs by up to 40%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Hi, this is Nick DeBar, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement.
The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food.
Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th. Ducks with a 3-2 lead, and the new pitcher for the Somerset Patriots, the right-hander Fernando Hernandez, the 29-year-old from Miami, Florida, spans 5'11", 215 pounds, replaces Roy Merritt after 6 solid innings.
So the Ducks take a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 7th inning, or into the bottom of the 7th inning. They got it in the bottom of the 6th on the Lou Ford 2-run home run and the Brian Nelson RBI single. Now here's Castro to lead off. First pitch on the way, and that is fouled over the screen and off to our right behind home plate. Hits off the facing of the street level and falls right into the fan, into the glove of a young fan. Sitting down below, 0-1 on Castro, who tonight is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Hey, how are you? Just let your lovely wife know.
So it'll be an 0-1. Kick and the pitch. Castro swings at a breaking ball, pops it up, foul behind the plate. Donahue looks, but this will be back into the seats. Falls down below, and it's quickly 0-2 on Castro.
Well, first appearance of this series for Fernando Hernandez, pitched in only Game 3 of their opening round sweep over the Sugarland Skeeters. Just a third of an inning there. Allowed a hit, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. Again, in that 5-4 victory in Bridgewater, New Jersey that completed the 3-game sweep of the Skeeters.
So it'll be 0-2 here on Castro. The kick, the pitch, and he swings and fouls it off to the screen behind home plate again. Castro came up in the 7th inning in last night's game with the Ducks trailing by a count of 2-1. And I got a 1-out single, was pinch run for by P.J. Phillips, who stole second, but then shockingly took off for third on a stolen base attempt and was thrown out to end the inning. That'll be an 0-2. Castro checks a swing on a high fastball. That'll run the count now to 1-2. Roy Merritt tonight, a good start, but comes undone in that 6th inning. Now leaves the game after 6, and he can lose it. He cannot win it.
Incredible, right? No runs on 1 hit through 5 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits in his last.
Hard ground ball, foul at the third base line. Took a hop off of the grass in foul territory and kicked further foul. And again, Josh Lowy last night took a no-hitter into the 7th, gave up the home run to Bill Hall, was taken out immediately after that, and ended up getting a no decision. The Ducks rallied in the 7th inning for 3 runs, and now tonight, Roy Merritt, 5 innings of 1-hit shutout baseball, but 3 runs in the 6th spell his end.
And you wonder if Brett Jody stayed with him a little longer because of what happened last night against the bullpen.
This pitch count still was low at the beginning of that inning. Here Castro takes, just misses the outside corner to even the count at 2-2. And Merritt started that inning in the mid-60s for a pitch count, so not surprising he went in the 6th. But again, he started to struggle in that inning and finishes with 91 pitches for the night, 61 of them for strikes.
Would you see him hit Dan Lyons and those long foul balls by Ford before the homer?
2-2. Castro takes again. Good at bat here for the Ducks catcher. He has worked the count from 0-2 to 3-2.
I think a lot of managers would have had the hook after the home run that tied the game. Instead, he left them in, and that's when he gave up the double and the single to Brian Nelson that gave Long Island the lead. So you never know. If last night doesn't happen, does he treat it the same way tonight?
3-2 on the way. Castro checks his swing. They appeal, and Matt Hensel says he did not go around. And now Fernando Hernandez barking on the mound towards Matt Hensel, and Hensel barking right back at him. And now it seems like the two are okay. So Castro draws the walk, and now the Ducks are going to bring a pinch runner in just like they did last night. It's going to be P.J. Phillips who comes in to pinch run for Ramon Castro with the Ducks on top 3-2 here in the 7th inning.
Again, PJ did steal second last night before getting thrown out at third for the final out of that inning, with the Ducks again trailing by a run. He was the tying run in scoring position at second base, and it's the old adage, Mike, you never want to make the first or the last out at third base, and boy, I don't know what he was thinking there. I'm sure he'll have a different mindset tonight, although I would not be surprised to see him try to steal second. But I don't know about third after the way it went last night.
Yeah, I can't imagine he would try and take off for third again. But Phillips, as we mentioned, has great speed. You've now got Strebe and then Binnick, and then Lyons after him, the three next hitters who would come to the plate. As the Ducks will try and produce some insurance runs. They lead by one, 3-2, but of course would love to get some more insurance. Sean Garceau, after 7 innings tonight, 101 pitches. So Kevin Baez will have a decision to make whether to keep him in. Again, he has retired 10 straight, or whether he goes to Jared Lancer to set up for Leo Rosales. First pitch, runner bluffs, and Strebe swings and misses for strike 3. Snap throw to first, and Phillips just gets back in there safely. Might have been a hit and run there. Strebe cut through it, and Phillips didn't get the greatest of jumps, so he goes back to first.
Yeah, it looked like a late swing by Strebe, so perhaps something was on there. He just waved the bat at that ball, and then the throw down had PJ scrambling to get back to the bag.
So Phillips will take his lead again with the right-hander Fernando Hernandez on the mound. Throw over, and now they got Phillips caught. First baseman Baisley chases him to second, throws to the shortstop who applies the tag. And for the second straight night, P.J. Phillips with a base-running blunder, and that eliminates the base runner at first. There's one away.
Just unbelievable, Michael, that the reason he's put into the game is for base running, and to have him get taken off the base pass 2 straight nights, that was a terrific move that time by the right-hander, Fernando Hernandez, to get him. But boy, he just was caught leaning the wrong way in no man's land, and now 1 out, nobody aboard for Long Island.
That's got to frustrate Kevin Baez because he knows Ralph Henriquez is going to come in and catch in the 8th inning. So the one opportunity for Phillips wasted there on that caught stealing off of first. It goes 1-3-6 on the putout. And now an 0-1 is Strebe. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2.
You mentioned those two getting in the game last night, Phillips and Henriquez, in a similar situation. Ray Navarrete, the only Duck who didn't play last night, and so far hasn't played tonight in his final home game. The only available bat on the bench, a righty.
0-2. Check swing, and Strebe went around, according to home plate umpire Chase Edmondson, for strike 3. So after the leadoff walk, the caught stealing, the strikeout, first of the night for Hernandez, and there's 2 away. A tough night now for Strebe, who has gone 0 for 3 tonight, after last night at the plate going 0 for 3 as well. So after a monster first round of the playoffs in which he went 7 for 12, 0 for 6 here in the championship series. 2 out, bases empty. Here is Craig Binnick to bat. First pitch on the way, he will take a fastball up high. It's 1-0.
Strebe, that .583 average in the opening series, and again, he can take a couple offers and still be hitting .400.
So here is Binnick, who is 0 for 2 tonight. He flied to right in an 8-pitch at bat in the 3rd, and then grounded to short in a 6-pitch at bat in the 6th to lead off the inning before the Ducks rallied for their 3 runs. Hernandez with a 1-0. And Binnick pops this one in the air to right, shallow. Coming in is Corey Aldridge. Moving towards the line, he will make the catch. And that will do it for the Ducks here in the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, and because of that caught stealing, nobody's left on base. 7 innings complete tonight in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. It's the Ducks 3 and the Patriots 2.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated Paver Shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc paver, let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Hi, this is Nick DeBar, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement.
The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food.
Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, we go to the 8th inning here in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Ducks lead it 3-2. 7 strong innings tonight from Sean Garceau. He gives way to the right-hander and setup man, Jared Lansford, who will come on and pitch the 8th inning during the regular season. Jared was 5-1 with a 4.29 ERA in 47 games. He had 9 saves, and will try and get through the 8th and give the Ducks a 3-2 lead going into the bottom of the 8th. And to turn you over in our broadcast booth for the next 2 innings and the rest of the way is my partner, Chris King.
Well, thank you very much, Michael Pollock. Third postseason appearance for Jared Lansford. Appeared twice in the opening round sweep of the Blue Crabs. Had the win in Game 2 in relief and also pitched in Game 3. So the Ducks 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. The Patriots 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. And Jared Lansford takes over for Sean Garceau after 7 innings of 8-hit, 2-run ball. 1 of those runs earned. He did not walk a man and struck out 6. Again, Merritt exited for the Patriots at 6 innings of 4-hit, 3-run ball. No walks, 7 strikeouts, and the 1 very big home run to Lou Ford. So both teams into the bullpen. Long Island leading by 1. The Ducks lead the series 1-0, and they lead Game 2 3-2 as we start the visitors' 8th with Yuniesky Sanchez to lead it off. 2 for 3 tonight with a single and a double, and then grounded out to short his last time through. Righty, and Jared Lansford misses high and away with ball 1.
Couple of appearances so far in the playoffs. Game 2 got the win through a scoreless inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Game 3 set up for Leo Rosales, 1 hit in his 1 scoreless inning of work.
Well, the Lansford brothers have been very good in the postseason as Josh has gotten some action as well in the same 2 games his brother has pitched prior. As here he misses, though, and the crowd not happy about it, and the count 2-0 to Yuniesky Sanchez.
A big inning for Jared Lansford here. He's got the 3 big hitters, Sanchez, Aldridge, and Smith, coming to the plate.
Heart of the order for Brett Jody's guys. The 2-0 is taken up and in, and quickly 3-0, and the natives are getting restless here. As Michael mentioned, what a strong finish for Sean Garceau for Long Island, as he retired the final 10 straight batters he faced to close it out. So now Jared's got to compose himself here, and you think Sanchez will take all the way here, and he sees a strike. It's 3-1.
That's definitely a tough decision. Garceau had 101 pitches, 77 for strikes, and he had retired 10 straight hitters to finish his outing. Tough decision to take him out of the game, but Kevin Bias has trusted Jared and Leo all year long. 3-1, and that a foul ball out of play down the right field line. So a nice job by Lansford to get it back to full after running behind 3-0 to start the AB. Yeah, Sanchez not happy with himself there. He knew that was ball 4 up and inside, but he got the bat around on it, fouled it off, and now Lansford has worked it from 3-0 to 3-2. So very big payoff pitch here, as the Patriots would love to get the tying run aboard immediately here to open the 8th. Here's the 3-2. Bouncing ball to short, backing up Dan Lyons, sets, fires, good stretch by Strebe, and they got him, 1 away. Very close at first. Strebe using all 6'6" of his frame to reach up and get that baseball. And he just did keep his right foot on the bag. Matt Hensel, the first base umpire, had his eye right on Streby's foot to make sure it was on the bag, and he just did keep it there for the first out of the inning.
What a job by Jared Lansford from 3-0 behind in the count to 3-2 to the ground ball to short, and there's one away. Here is Corey Aldridge, their cleanup man. He's had a tough night tonight, 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts, swinging in his first 2 at-bats. He stands in left-handed against the righty Lansford as Jared comes home. And that a swing and a foul tip into the glove of Castro, 0-1. And Aldridge, a big solo homer in the top of the 9th over both walls in right field last night to bring Somerset within 1. They would get no closer. 0-1 is way outside to even it up at a ball and a strike.
Lansford in Southern Maryland in Game 3, leadoff infield single by Donnie Webb. Then facing the middle of the order, got Schwanner to ground to short, Opitz to ground to third, and Gack to fly out in foul territory down the right field line.
1-1 is a big swing and a miss as Corey was trying to tie it right there. Again, he does have 3 homers already in the postseason, but now he's down in the count, 1-2.
Jared's got a good fastball with a lot of life on it. He missed about a month towards the end of the season with a shoulder impingement, but back in and he's looked strong on the mound since his return.
The 1-2 to Aldridge. And that looped into left field for a base hit. It's going to get down in front of Craig Binnick, and the tying run aboard for Somerset with 1 gone.
That's a good piece of hitting by Aldridge, his first hit of the night, and Jared left that one a little bit up in the zone. And Aldridge, a very good hitter, was able to punch that one into left field. So again, the Patriots get the tying run on, and now Corey Smith will come up to hit.
On the regular season, Jared Lansford faced Somerset 5 times. He was 1-1, but Michael, his ERA, 13.5 runs, the highest of any Duck pitcher when facing Somerset hitting. So they had his number, again, in brief outings in the regular season. And here with 1 on and 1 out, it is Corey Smith, who's had a big night, 2 for 3, single-double, and he scored both of the Patriot runs. Here he goes around, couldn't hold up, and strike 1 to Smith.
Mentioned it earlier in the game when he had his first 2 hits. Ducks were leaving pitches up and over the plate to him, and he's going to hit the ball well if you do that. You got to keep it fastballs down and away to Smith.
The 0-1 is a late swing and a miss over the top of one. And a good start for Jared Lansford. It's 0-2.
Good pitch there from Lansford. Ball that he was able to take something off, but it still came in hard and dropped down in the zone. And so he's quickly ahead, 0-2 again. Got to stay away from the plate, especially ahead here, 0-2.
Let's see what he does. 0-2 here. Down and away is where he went. Good block by, or checked out by Ralph Enriquez, again, who has entered the game for Ramon Castro to block the ball, shed the mask, find it, and keep Aldridge at first. The count now 1-2.
Yeah, not a bad idea there, the way Smith was swinging in this at-bat so far to keep it down in the zone, try and get him to chase. Smith able to keep his bat on his shoulder there. We'll see what Jared does here with a count of 1-2.
Corey Smith led him in the regular season in home runs with 20. 1-2 is a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Jared Lansford fans Corey Smith 2 away.
And again, the key to that at-bat was keeping the ball down in the zone. Every pitch there from Jared Lansford was a good one, near the plate but down. And that's what you got to do against Smith. He is a bit of a free swinger, and as long as you keep it away from the heart of the plate, he usually will swing through it.
So big second out. Aldridge still the tying run at first base. In the regular season, Corey had 5 stolen bases and was not caught at all. And now the 2-out hitter is Baisley, 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI single back in the 4th. Here, Jared just misses low and away with ball 1. 3-2 Ducks in the top of the 8th. Long Island trying to take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 Atlantic League Championship Series. Trying to win their 5th straight playoff game of the year and their 7th overall. Down and away misses Lansford here, and it's 2-0.
Baisley popped to short his last time up. Again, another guy you got to keep it away from middle in. That's where he got that single last night in the center, the RBI single in the 4th, and that RBI single tonight in the 4th to left center are both middle in. So got to stay away to Baisley. Try and keep it down in the zone once again.
Well, Jared kicking away behind the rubber there, trying to get some mud, I believe, out of his cleats, as once again the right-hander will toe the rubber from the first base side. 2-0 the count on Baisley here. Comes set away from the letter, shakes the glove, and then delivers strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to the Somerset first baseman.
I like how when Jared has fallen behind in the count a couple times in this inning, he has not faltered. He's come back, thrown a good fastball on the corner for a strike, I'll see if he tries to do it again here against Baisley with a count of 2-1.
Comes set, short lead at first for Aldridge. And this one pop foul out of play high on the first base side to bring the count even.
They give you Jared here with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Challenge him with the fastball, put it on the outside corner. I think you'd be in good shape if you try and challenge him there. Trust your defense behind you. The infield slightly shaded around to the left side. Nelson very close to the line at third. And Barfield shading Baisley up the middle.
And Brian, no doubt, playing no doubles right now at third base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Aldridge at first, the tying run for the Pats. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Jared Lansford fans Jeff Baisley ends the inning with back-to-back strikeouts and keeps the Ducks on top as we head to the last of the 8th. No runs, a hit, and a man left. To the bottom of the 8th we go on Long Island. Ducks lead it 3-2 over the Patriots.
Hi, this is Josh Barfield, second baseman for the Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I can live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
We are here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 3-2 Ducks lead over the Somerset Patriots. Fernando Hernandez will stay into the game as he will face Lyons Ford and Barfield. Ducks lead it 3-2 in Game 2 of the ALCS. And fans, time to warm up with a hot cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet coffee, available right now at our concession stands. Regular and decaf, Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons.
So the 9-man for Long Island, Dan Lyons, the MVP of the championship series a season ago for Long Island, to begin it against the righty Fernando Hernandez into his second inning of work. Bottom of the 8th, Ducks trying to add to a 3-2 lead. Righty in the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Dan 0 for 1 tonight, has been hit by a pitch and scored a run as part of the 3-run sixth for Long Island. Ducks would love to get that extra run. They needed it last night as the 0-1 here is fouled out of play down the right field line after Leo Rosales gave up a leadoff homer to begin the 9th inning. It was a good thing the Ducks led by 2 into the 9th. Tonight, Leo will come in and face the bottom 3 in the batting order, 7, 8, 9 for the Patriots. But again, they do have a couple of lefties on the bench in James Skelton, Jorge Cortez, and Joe Holden if Brett Jody decides to go that route. And also righty Bobby Stevens available. Ripped up the middle, a base hit into center field for Dan Lyons. His first of the game and the leadoff man aboard for Long Island. He'll head back after a big turn at first.
Well, Lyons got the rally started in the 6th inning when he was hit by a pitch against Roy Merritt with 1 out. And then Luke Ford came up, crushed 2 foul balls deep down the left field line that if they were fair would have been homers. And then took the next pitch from Merritt and kept it fair for a game-tying 2-run shot.
What a night for Lou as he hears the chants of Lou. 2 for 3, single homer, a run scored, and 2 big ones driven in. So Ford climbs in as Hernandez gets set. Lyons with the lead at first, short of the cutout. And Lou takes right down the middle for strike 1.
And Lou did not homer during the regular season, didn't homer in the first 3 playoff games that he played here this postseason, but in the 4th, in the 6th inning of the 4th playoff game for him, the 2-run shot.
0-1, and a very late swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 quickly on the former Minnesota Twin, and Baltimore Oriole Lou Ford.
Of course, normally with your leadoff hitter at the plate after your 9-hitter gets on, you might think, okay, lay down the bunt, get him in a scoring position for Barfield and Nelson to try and get that insurance run. But, of course, with the bat of Lou Ford, who has a single and a 2-run homer tonight, very rare that would happen.
Well, Hernandez ahead of him 0-2, and now a skied fly ball to right center field. Moving over is Johnny Tucker, the center fielder, will make the catch in the gap for the first out. So Lou gave it a deep ride the other way, but came up short, one gone.
That's big out there for Hernandez, of course, with Ford at the plate. Again, Ducks would love to get some insurance here in this inning, especially after the leadoff single. Right now it's been just the 3 runs in the 6th for Long Island, but Leo Rosales will come on almost surely to pitch the 9th inning. And if the Ducks can get him at least one more run, definitely would give him some more breathing room.
Well, Dan Lyons had 4 steals in the regular season, but he was caught stealing 3 times, and we saw that excellent move of Hernandez that picked off Phillips last inning. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Josh Barfield. 1 for 3 tonight with a double and a run scored as part of the 3-run 6th. 3-2 Long Island in the home 8th. First pitch. Again, a late swing and a miss. Everything very late here on the Hernandez fastball. It's 0-1.
Yeah, the righty's got good velocity on that fastball. Very hard to catch up to it. And there, Barfield was trying to chase down and away on that pitch. Swung first pitch back in the 6th inning and drove in a ground rule double to the right center field gap.
The chant is, let's go Ducks, 0-1 the count to Barfield. And now he pops it foul out of play high up on the first base side. Another good start for Hernandez. It's 0-2.
It was a good pitch for Barfield up in the zone, but again with that fastball, Barfield was a little bit late on it, and that's why he wasted it foul to the first base side. So now 0-2 on the Ducks' second baseman, again with Brian Nelson waiting on deck.
Barfield with homers in back-to-back games coming in, one last night and one in the final game, Game 3 of the opening round. 0-2 is in the air to right center field. The center fielder Tucker coming over and in to make the grab with one hand for the second out.
So again, Lyons hits it on the ground and get the leadoff single, but Ford and Barfield both getting 2 strikes on them, then having to put it in the air as they had to stay defensive at the plate. And that'll leave it up to Brian Nelson.
You think you try to run Lyons here now that there's 2 away, Michael?
Not a bad idea. Lyons does have good speed, but he hasn't really been much of a stolen base threat here this season. I think you keep the bat in the hands of Brian Nelson. Don't want to have him potentially get stranded at home plate.
Here comes Brett Jody, and let's see if he tries to bring in a lefty just to turn Nelly around about right-handed, where, again, he hasn't hit a homer all season. I believe he's made the indication, and we will have a pitching change. Again, bottom of the 8th, Ducks up 3-2. Lions at first with 2 outs for Bryant Nelson when we return.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Byers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Mr. Savemore, it's happening again. I know our electric costs went down after all that new lighting you did through LIPA's lighting retrofit program, but this month's bill is even lower. Should I contact LIPA this time?
No, Millie. There's still nothing wrong with our LIPA bill. This time I took advantage of LIPA's AC retrofit program. Our central air system was, let's say, not too efficient anymore. You remember last summer. With LIPA's AC retrofit program, I replaced all our units, here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's increased rebates and lower cooling costs every summer, our new AC systems will pay for themselves in just a few years.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you did it again! You save more!
LIPA's commercial AC retrofit program can reduce your cooling costs by up to 30%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Hi, this is pitcher Matt Way, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Well, Well, the new pitcher is Cedric Bowers for the Somerset Patriots as Brett Jody calls on a lefty to face Brian Nelson and turn him around to the right side where he has less power. All 11 of his home runs this year coming from the left side of the plate. So Bowers is in. He'll face Nelson. 1 on, 2 out. Ducks leading 3-2 in the 8th.
Well, Bryant Nelson right now, the hit that put Long Island ahead. A single up the middle back in the 6th inning that scored Josh Barfield to break the 2-2 tie. His only hit tonight. He's also grounded to short and flied out to right. So here's Bowers in his first appearance of this series. He pitched Game 2 of the Freedom Division Championship Series for Somerset over Sugar Land. Down and in, misses the left-hander to Bryant Nelson in the count 1-0.
Yeah, in 1 inning in Game 2 against Sugar Land, gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and struck out 1 as he came in to pitch in the 8th inning. I'll check that 7th inning.
1-0 is taken all the way low. It's 2-0 now to Nelly.
And Nelson has a good eye at the plate. Again, the RBI single on a 2-0 pitch in the 6th inning. So see if he tries to work out a walk here and give Bill Hall an opportunity to redeem himself after he started the night 0 for 3.
Bowers set below the belt, checking Lyons at first. The 2-0 is poked the other way. The second baseman, Sanchez, has it, spins, fires to first, and he got him. Great play by Yuneski Sanchez, and that will retire the side. No runs a hit, a man left. To the 9th we go on Long Island. Ducks with a 3-2 lead, trying to take a 2-0 series lead over the Patriots in the 2013 Atlantic League Championship Series.
Hi, this is right-handed pitcher Josh Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barq's Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Well, we go to the 9th here in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. Ducks lead it 3-2. Patriots scoring single runs in the 2nd and the 4th inning. The Ducks, all 3 of their runs coming in the bottom of the 6th. And now it is right-hander Leo Rosales, the closer for Long Island, trying to convert the save in his 3rd consecutive postseason game. 2nd here in the Championship Series. Gave up a run in the 9th last night, but shut the door and gave the Ducks a 1-0 lead in the series.
Well, let's see if he can get it done and give the Ducks a 2-0 series lead heading to Bridgewater, New Jersey for Game 3 for sure tomorrow night, and then if necessary, Game 4 would be Saturday at 7 and Game 5 Sunday at 5 o'clock. As Michael told you last night, Corey Aldridge hit a monstrous solo homer over both walls and right as the first batter to face Rosales. That made it a 4-3 game, but then he struck out Corey Smith swinging, walked Jeff Baisley, got Jorge Cortez on a controversial called strike 3 on what looked like a high pitch, and got Angel Sanchez to pop out the second to end the game. So tonight he starts against someone he didn't face last night, Eddie Martinez Esteve, 0 for 3 in the game with a strikeout swinging and 2 flyouts. Again, 3-2 Ducks as we go to the 9th, and Leo Rosales trying to deliver the Game 2 victory. Righty-righty matchup as he comes set, and his first pitch is low for a ball, 1-0.
That was a good fastball to start. Just missed the outside corner. Might have been a little low, too. 0 for 3 night so far for Martinez Esteve.
Be a 1-0. And he takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Leo also had the save in the deciding Game 3, or the clinching Game 3, I should say, for the Ducks over Southern Maryland in the opening round. So he's got saves in back-to-back games, a little 4 days off in between as Martinez Esteve calls time here at a ball and a strike.
2 flyouts and a strikeout for the DH, who again missed 39 games with a broken ring finger towards the end of the season. Came back right at the end of the year for the Patriots.
Count 1-1. Angel Sanchez is on deck, and again 3 lefties on the bench for Brett Jody if he tries to go with one of them, maybe in the 9 slot. Chant is "Let's go Ducks." The 1-1, swing and a miss. He's late. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
That was the perfect spot for Rosales to Martinez Esteve. Fastball down and away. He can chase it. You got to keep it away from the middle of the plate. He's another guy that has some pop.
Now this crowd is into it, boy. First batter of the 9th inning and many on their feet. A 1-2 and ripped into center field for a base hit. So immediately the first batter reaches, much like last night where Aldrich hit the home run, but the tying run aboard for Somerset here in the visitors' 9th.
Leo missing his spot there. Try to go down and away again, but he left it up and out over the plate. And Martinez Esteve has a good bat, and now pinch runner. It's going to be Bobby Stevens coming in to give Somerset a little bit more speed on the bases.
We saw Stevens pinch run in the 9th inning last night for Jeff Baisley after he walked with 1 away. So Bobby Stevens, the tying run at first base, nobody out, and Angel Sanchez will be the hitter. 1 for 2 tonight with a single up the middle and also had a sac fly that drove in the game's first run back in the 2nd inning. First pitch, he shows bunt, pushes it foul down the first base side, and the count 0-1. Out on deck here is indeed a lefty hitter, Jorge Cortez, so it looks like Brett Jody is going to pinch hit for the right-swinging Adam Donahue with a left-swinging Jorge Cortez.
Yeah, no surprise there. Cortez did strike out against Rosales again on that controversial pitch last night, but Donahue has gone 0 for 3 so far tonight, and you would expect to see him get pinch hit for here.
We'll see if Sanchez tries a bunt here again at 0-1. Bryant Nelson on the grass at third. He squares and bunts it to first. Strebe plays it, and his only throw is to the second baseman Barfield covering. So the sacrifice 3-4 puts the tying run in scoring position in Bobby Stevens with 1 away.
Well, that's what you expected to see from Somerset, trying to get the tying run in a scoring position and hopefully get Stevens home on a base hit if one of the Patriots do get it. Now Steve Foucault's going to come out to the mound. Now what do you do here if you're Rosales? Do you intentionally walk Cortez? I don't think you do, because then you put the go-ahead run on, but it would again set up the double play with Johnny Tucker coming up.
Yeah, I agree with you, Michael. You can't put the go-ahead run aboard, and now he's just going to talk to the infield to make sure everybody's on the same page here. 3-2 Ducks, top of the 9th inning. 1 out and a man at second in Bobby Stevens, and the pinch hitter will be Jorge Cortez, who, as Michael told you, was called out looking on a very controversial high pitch last night, the Patriots thought, from Leo Rosales, but Cortez last night went 0 for 4 in the game, and in the opening round was 0 for 3 in limited action. So he's yet to pick up a hit in the postseason after batting .283 in the regular season was lefty swinging Jorge Cortez.
Boy, you love these intense moments here in the championship series. Another 1-run game between these two teams. Rosales trying to pick up another save, and the Patriots not going down without a fight.
So they bring in the lefty to face the righty, and you know Cortez would love to get some revenge for the way it ended for him last night against Leo Rosales. The reliever waiting from the set his feet very close to home plate in the left-hand batter's box. Bat high above his left shoulder, straight up in the air on the first pitch is a swing and a miss, 0-1.
Nasty breaking ball there from Rosales. Started way up high, dropped down low, and Cortez with a big hack.
Bobby Stevens leads away from second, outfield straight away, and medium depth all the way around. Lou Ford maybe shading him a step towards right to pull in center field. Rosales checks in with Enriquez, gets his sign, comes set. 0-1, and that down and in. Good block by Ralph, sliding to his right. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jorge Cortez. Somerset Patriots have played 4 one-run games already in the postseason, winning the first 3 against Sugar Land and losing Game 1 of this championship series last night to Long Island 4-3. 10 hits tonight for the Patriots, but only 2 runs. Here's the 1-1, and that just a bit high for ball 2.
Rosales going to be very careful here with Cortez. Don't want to leave anything near the middle of the plate. Does have a decent bat. And if you walk him, you would put him on first, but again, it does set up the double play. Do not move any runners.
2 balls and a strike is the count, and Cortez feels that Leo is taking too much time. He'll step out as time is called. 3-2 Ducks in the top of the 9th. They won it 4-3 last night, and Leo Rosales got the save. He checks second, comes home. And this one bounced to the right side. Barfield waits on it, will flip to first for the second out, but crossing over to third is Bobby Stevens for Somerset. The Patriots down to their final out.
Now, there's a big second out again. It does get the runner to third, so Rosales going to have to be careful here and make sure he doesn't throw anything in the dirt. But 2 away, and all that stands in the way of the Ducks, and a 2-0 series lead is Johnny Tucker.
So here is Tucker, 1 for 4 tonight. His only base hit, a little roller up the third base line back in the 4th inning. And boy, does it get any better than this. It all comes down to Leo Rosales against Johnny Tucker. 2 outs and a man at third for the Patriots. They're down a run here in the ninth. Righty, first pitch. And that's a strike, 0-1. Crowd in it on every single pitch by the Long Island closer. They get louder. He comes set. Staring at third is Leo. The pitch just away on a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnny Tucker calling time to step out. Taking a good look around as Bobby Stevens leads off third base into foul territory. Count 1-1. Here's the pitch. And that's just low and away for ball 2. Home plate umpire Chase Edmondson shaking his head no to Leo Rosales, who wanted a strike call. And he falls behind 2-1. Tucker taps at his cleats, climbs back into the right-hand batter's box, and windmills the bat. Leo will toe the rubber and stare into Ralph Enriquez. Comes set away from his letters. The 2-1 pitch. Popped up in the air to left field. Craig Binnick moving in underneath it. He will make the catch! And the Long Island Ducks have defeated the Somerset Patriots 3-2. They take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 Atlantic League Championship Series, and they are out to mob Leo Rosales, who for the second straight night has picked up a save.
3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Only Somerset Patriots 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They already been for the Long Island.
Unbelievable, just incredible. Rosales gets it done again, and the Long Island Ducks remain undefeated in the postseason. They go to 5-0 in the playoffs. The Somerset Patriots suffer a second consecutive 1-run loss, but Leo Rosales closes it out here in the ninth to give the Ducks the 3-2 win. My partner Michael Pollock, making his way down on the field, is going to have a special guest for us tonight. So we will send it down to him in just a moment. But what another great ball game. We'll send it down to Michael on the field.
Thank you, Chris. I'm here with 2 of the heroes from tonight's game. First, Brian Nelson, the go-ahead RBI single in the 6th inning. Take us through that big rally for the Ducks to give you guys the lead and eventually the win.
Man, it was an unbelievable at-bat by Lou Ford, man. He had just missed 2 homers. He stayed inside of a ball, hit it out. Josh got on him the next pitch, and I just got a lucky hopper up the middle for a base hit.
Talk about the job Sean Garceau did tonight, keeping you guys in the game and giving you the chance for yet another comeback win.
Well, it's exactly what happened last night with Brownell. They got up early, but he kept us in the game, and we had a really good chance to come back. When you pitch like that, man, you have a good chance. Our deep stayed in the game, and great job by him.
And here is Sean Garceau joining me here. Sean, another terrific start for you tonight. Struggling a little bit early, but what did you find as the game went on to allow you to settle in and retire the last 10 hitters you faced?
Being in the playoffs, at first I was going out there trying to find myself, which I shouldn't. Just should have trusted it. I come back in after the 4th, after I gave him the 2nd run, and Brownell was like, look, just throw it with the same aggression, and after that it kind of flowed a little easier, and that's exactly what I needed to hear, and it became a lot easier throwing my best stuff out there.
How important was it for you guys to win both of these games here at home to start this series?
So important. They're a tough place. They're a tough team to play, especially at their home field, so to have that is a big advantage. We still got to go in there with the same mindset and take it home.
All right, Sean, congratulations on the Game 2 win. Ducks, a 3-2 victory. Back up to you, Chris.
Well, thank you very much, Michael Pollock. Great job down on the field with 2 of the heroes tonight for the Long Island Ducks. Bryant Nelson with the game-winning run batted in. And, of course, Sean Garceau picks up his first win of the postseason. Again, the final tonight in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series. It was the Long Island Ducks 3 and the Somerset Patriots 2. The Ducks take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 championship series. We'll be back to talk about it on the postgame show.
Hi, this is reliever Leo Rosales, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks President and General Manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first right here about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 2013 season. It's game time.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Chris King back to Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, where tonight in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series for a second straight night, the Ducks are one-run victors. They won it 4-3 last night in come-from-behind fashion. They win it 3-2 tonight, again in come-from-behind fashion, and they get it done largely due to the right arm of Sean Garceau and the bat of Lou Ford. We are going to name those 2 players as our Nicolak Players of the Game. They win Nicolak Player of the Game honors. Nicolak retaining walls and paving stones, a company synonymous with quality and service in the manufactured concrete industry for almost 50 years. Garceau, 7 innings of 8 hit, 2-run ball, just one of those runs earned, no walks, 6 strikeouts, and again, got better as the game went on, retiring the final 10 straight batters he faced after a very long 4th inning where the Patriots scored a run on 4 hits, left the bases loaded. He had to face 7 men to get through the frame, but following that, a 1-2-3 fifth, a 1-2-3 6th, and a 1-2-3 7th to turn it over to the bullpen. Obviously, Jared Lansford, a scoreless 8th, and Leo Rosales, a scoreless 9th for his 3rd save of the postseason. And again, he has now saved back-to-back games in this championship series for Long Island. Well, the bat, Lou Ford, what can you say about him tonight? He went 2 for 4 with a single and a homer, scored a run, and drove in a pair. But the Ducks were being no-hit. In fact, it was a perfect game being tossed by Roy Merritt into the 4th inning. He retired the first 9 straight Ducks to begin the game. Lou Ford broke that up with a single to right center in the 4th inning, but the Ducks would not have another base hit until he came to the plate in the 6th, and after fouling 2 balls down the left field line out of play, he kept it between the lines for a big 2-run homer to left that tied the contest at 2. So again, Lou Ford and Sean Garceau, the heroes tonight for Long Island, and this incredible run for Long Island continues. During the regular season, the Ducks only had 1 winning streak of 6 games. That was between July 4th and 13th. That actually bridged the All-Star break. Now they have won 7 straight games overall. They won their final 2 regular season games against this Patriot team over New Jersey. They are a perfect 5-0 in the playoffs, while the Somerset Patriots, who swept away the Sugarland Skeeters in the opening round, have now dropped the first 2 games of this championship series with, again, all 5 games decided by a single run. So a great performance tonight by the Long Island Ducks, very similar to last night when they dug a 2-0 hole and rallied last night with a run in the 7th and 3 in the 8th. Tonight they dug a 2-0 hole, scored all 3 in the bottom of the 6th, and then held on for the 3-2 victory. Much more ahead on the post-game show. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will run it down for you, how it went down tonight in the Ducks' 1-run victory over the Somerset Patriots. We will preview tomorrow night's Game 3 matchup in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and we'll wrap this one up. Again, the final tonight, the Long Island Ducks 3, the Somerset Patriots 2. The Ducks lead the best-of-5 Atlantic League Championship Series 2-0.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicolak paving stones and walls. Nicolak's specially formulated Paver Shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicolak. Visit the Nicolak Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Pavers, let Nicolak Pavers pave your way.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Clarion Hotel and Conference Center, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Chris King and Michael Pollack back one final time to Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, where tonight in Game 2 of the Atlantic League Championship Series, the Long Island Ducks defeated the Somerset Patriots by the final score of 3-2. Time now for the recap of tonight's contest. The Ducks won Game 1 last night 4-3 in come-from-behind fashion, and tonight another pitcher's duel, much like last night's game, with righty Sean Garceau starting for Long Island against southpaw Roy Merritt for the Somerset Patriots. Well, both pitchers put up zeros in the opening inning, but the Somerset Patriots would score the game's first run in the top of the second. Corey Smith led it off with a single to left center. Jeff Baisley bounced the ball to shortstop that it appeared Dan Lyons threw to second into the glove of Josh Barfield to get the force, but they ruled that Barfield, despite a stretch, had his foot come off the bag, and everyone was ruled safe. So the Patriots were set up nicely with Corey Smith at second on what was ruled an E6 on Dan Lyons for the high throw, and Baisley safe at first on the fielder's choice. Eddie Martinez Esteve would fly out to right, but that would move Corey Smith to third, and Angel Sanchez would fly out to Lou Ford in center, deep enough to score Corey Smith. So a sac fly for Angel Sanchez. Smith scored, and it was 1-0 Patriots in the middle of the second inning. The Ducks would go down in order in the first, in the second, and in the third. So through 3 innings, it was 1-0 Somerset, and lefty Roy Merritt was perfect, 9 up and 9 down, including 4 strikeouts to begin the game. So Somerset carries the 1-0 lead to the visitors' fourth. Johnny Tucker would ground out to short, but Aaron Eggleston would single to right center. Yuniesky Sanchez would single to right center as well, and Corey Aldridge again would strike out swinging to end the third. In the fourth inning, Corey Smith doubled to center, and one batter later, Jeff Baisley a single to left center to drive him home, and the Patriots double the lead. It was 2-0 Somerset in the top of the fourth inning. It would stay that way through 5 innings. The Ducks would finally get their first hit to break up the perfect game by Lou Ford in the home fourth. A bloop single in a right center, but they could do no further as Merritt would sit him down in order after that and retire the side in order in the fifth as well. So through 5 innings, still 2-0 in favor of the Patriots. Sean Garceau would get better as the game went on, though. He sat him down in order in the fifth, same thing in the sixth, and so it went to the bottom of the sixth with Long Island trailing it 2-0. Roy Merritt got Craig Binnick to ground out to short for the first out, but then hit Dan Lyons on the foot, and the Ducks had just their second base runner of the game in Lyons with 1 away. Back to the top of the order for Lou Ford, who would foul one down the left field line out of the park. He would foul another down the left field line out of the park before he would finally put it between the lines for a long 2-run homer to left. His first home run all year, regular season or playoffs, tied the game at 2 for Long Island. Well, Roy Merritt would remain in there. He gave up a double to Josh Barfield to right center, and one batter later, Bryant Nelson would single up the middle to bring Josh home and give Long Island the 3-2 lead. Bill Hall and Adam Bailey would both fly out. Bailey right to the wall in right field, narrowly missing a 2-run homer, but in that home 6th inning, the Ducks send 7 men to the plate, score 3 runs on 3 hits, and they had themselves the 3-2 lead. That would be it for Roy Merritt. 6 innings of 4-hit, 3-run ball, no walks, 7 strikeouts, gives up the 1 big home run to Lou Ford. Garceau would pitch the 7th for Long Island, and he would throw a 1-2-3 7th, getting Adam Donahue, Johnny Tucker, and Aaron Eggleston all to make outs. He would depart at 7 full innings of 8-hit, 2-run ball, 1 run earned, no walks, and 6 strikeouts, and the bullpens would be called in a 3-2 game that favored Long Island to the 8th. Well, Jared Lansford came in, got Yuniesky Sanchez to ground out to short, gave up a 1-out single to Corey Aldridge, but back-to-back strikeouts of of Corey Smith and Jeff Baisley kept it 3-2 Long Island. Ducks would threaten in the bottom of the 8th against Fernando Hernandez after Ramon Castro would lead off with a walk. They would pinch run with P.J. Phillips, but during the Ryan Strebe at-bat, he was caught stealing as Hernandez with a nice move to first. The throw down is short, and he was taken off the base pass. Strebe would strike out, Binnick would fly out, and this one would go 3-2 Ducks to the 9th, where for the second straight game, the Ducks would bring in Leo Rosales, their closer and right-hander, to try to finish it out. Well, just like last night, the opening man reached against Rosales as Eddie Martinez Esteve had a single to center. They would pinch run with Bobby Stevens. Angel Sanchez laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt to put the tying run at second base with one away. They would pinch hit for Adam Donahue with Jorge Cortez, but it would be Leo Rosales getting him the ground out to second. On the play, though, the pinch runner Bobby Stevens advanced to third. So the tying run 90 feet away for Somerset with 2 outs as they went back to the top of the order for Johnny Tucker, but Leo Rosales got him to fly out to Craig Binnick in left, and the Ducks hung on for another dramatic 3-2 victory here tonight. Final numbers for Long Island: 3 runs, 5 hits, an error, and they leave 3. For the Patriots, 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They strand 8. The winner is Sean Garceau. He goes to 1-0. The loser, Roy Merritt, he drops to 1-1. And Leo Rosales picks up his 3rd save of the postseason. In fact, he has saved each of the last 3 wins for Long Island in the playoffs. The game played in 2 hours and 42 minutes before a crowd of 3,546. So the Ducks lead the series 2-0. Long Island has now strung together 7 consecutive wins, the final 2 regular season games and all 5 playoff games. They have also won 7 straight playoff games for the first time in franchise history. They won the final 2 playoff games last year in the championship series against Lancaster and all 5 games this year. That bests their run of 6 straight playoff wins in 2004, the final 5 games there, and the opening game of the 05 playoffs as well. So it's their longest playoff winning streak in franchise history. Meanwhile, the Patriots, after winning the first 3 games over Sugar Land, have now dropped back-to-back contests as, again, Michael, they lose another 1-run game here tonight. So the math is this for Long Island. They lead it 2-0. They need 1 win in the 3 games in New Jersey tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. Of course, the Ducks would love to get it done tomorrow, Michael. There have been only 2 undefeated champions in the Atlantic League. 1999, the Bluefish only had to win 1 round. They did it, swept 3-0 to win the championship. 2006, Lancaster went 5-0 because the opening round was best of 3. No team has ever gone 6-0 to win an Atlantic League championship. That's what the Ducks will try to accomplish tomorrow night. They were in the same spot in the opening round, Michael. Needed 1 of 3 wins in Southern Maryland. Got it done in the first game. I know they'll have that same mindset tomorrow night.
100%. If they can get a start like Bob Zimmerman had his last time out in Southern Maryland in Game 3 when he threw 6 innings of 1-run baseball, allowed just 4 hits, it would really be a huge lift for the Ducks. They want to get it done in 3. Get it done tomorrow night, and that would be the ideal scenario. They'll have Zimmerman on the mound. They're facing Eric Arneson, who ended up getting the win in Game 1 of the first round, but he did not pitch great, did have some struggles, so it should be interesting to see. I guarantee you the fans will be raucous at TD Bank Ballpark. They do not want to see their season end, a magical season like the Patriots have had this year, end in just 3 games to the Ducks. But Long Island is playing the best baseball right now in the Atlantic League. It's you go back to the regular season, it's now 7 straight wins. It's now 7 wins in a row in the postseason. And for a second straight year, the Ducks are getting hot at the right time. Somerset's goal coming in was to at least split. Obviously, you want to take 2 on the road, but if you can split, that's your ideal scenario, and then you just have to win a series at home. They could not get that done, and now they need to sweep Long Island all 3 times at home. They have not swept the Ducks in a series this year at their own ballpark.
Or anywhere,
only 2,
for that matter.
or anywhere.
Yep.
So it's going to be very tough for them to do, but again, if the Ducks continue playing the way they are, they're getting great starting pitching, they're getting timely hitting. For the bullpen, it's now 9 1/3 innings of 1-run baseball here in the playoffs. Everything is coming together for Long Island right now, and they just need to piece it all together one more time, and they will be back-to-back champions.
Again, that pitching matchup tomorrow night for Game 3. Ready, Bob Zimmerman for Long Island in the regular season, 4-4 with a 4.46 ERA in the postseason. Again, he won the clincher, 1-0, 1.50. As Michael told you, Eric Arneson had a terrific regular season, the righty for the Pats, 13-4 with a 3.18 ERA. Postseason, again, a winner, 1-0, but 5.14 ERA in that one postseason outing over the Sugar Land Skeeters in the opening round. So, Michael, what a finish for the Ducks here at home. The home portion of the schedule is done. Again, Duck fans, TD Bank Ballpark, Bridgewater, New Jersey, 90 miles from this park. So with no traffic, hour and a half, just 20 minutes on the other side of the Outer Bridge crossing. You know Long Island would love to see a lot of green and orange tomorrow night, and if necessary, Saturday and Sunday as well. Tomorrow night, 7:05. Saturday night, 7:05. Sunday would be 5:05 for all the marbles.
So the Ducks will head on the road to try and get this thing done. Again, they'll have Friday to try and do it. They'll have 3 chances to do it. They need a win in one of those 3. That's the ideal scenario for Long Island. They treated their fans to 4 playoff wins here at home, and that's exactly what the fans were hoping for. The fans were into it. They were loud, and they were appreciative of the performances that the Ducks played. I just happened to notice, I looked down in the dugout, too. Again, this is the final home game for Ray Navarrete in a Ducks uniform. He was sitting in the dugout after the game, staring out to the field, looking out at the scoreboard that was flashing Ducks win. So I'm sure it's a bittersweet moment for him that it's going to be his last time that he is on this field here at Bethpage Ballpark, but I'm sure he and the rest of the Ducks would love nothing more to end this season than with an Atlantic League championship.
Well, Michael, you touched on it in the pregame show. The only championship the Ducks won on the road in the Garden State 9 years ago tonight in Camden, New Jersey at Campbell's Field over the River Sharks. If they're going to win it this year, they're going to have to do it in Jersey as well, and they'll begin that opportunity tomorrow night.
And the Ducks won the first 2 games of that series at home. They went on the road. They swept that series in 3 games. So the stars are aligning. It's just all about the Ducks putting everything together one more time here, and they'll have 3 chances to do just that.
Well, that will do it from here for the final time this season. Once again, the final score tonight from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, in Game 2 of the 2013 Atlantic League Championship Series. It was the Long Island Ducks 3 and the Somerset Patriots 2. The Ducks lead the best of 5 Championship Series 2-0. We do invite you to join us for our next Long Island Ducks broadcast. That'll be tomorrow night when the Ducks visit the Pat for Game 3 of this championship set. The pregame show starts at 6:50 p.m. We'll throw the first pitch at 7:05, and you'll hear it all right here on Long Island's home for Ducks Baseball, LIDucks.com. Of course, catch it at YouTube.com/Ducks Baseball. And we'll be back on our flagship radio station as well all throughout the weekend, 103.9 RCN. For my partner, Michael Pollack, I'm Chris King saying thanks so much for listening. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night from the Garden State. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening, everybody, and good night from the Duck Pond for the final time in 2013.